Oh, you believe you're coming here. Eh? Hello, Sister Dele, my sweetheart. Welcome on board. Welcome on board, everybody. Help me to share, please. Share, 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 share. As you come in, share, please. So important to share for your baby. So share for your ajoke. Help me to share. About me share. Welcome on back to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. I'm sharing myself. Help me to share more. Welcome, Ezekiel Femi. Welcome, Prince. It's Prince Amofe. Welcome, Mr. Tom Ademuagun. Somebody told me I should be calling you Pastor Tom Ademuagun. Welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Welcome on board, everyone. Help me to share, please. I'm sharing too. Share, share, share. Thank you very much, everyone. Tosin Obalola, welcome. Makonde Yonda, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming. Welcome to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. This is a place where you learn things, where we share ideas and talk about everything. So I'm sharing too. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. Ẹ ṣé káàbọ̀ sórí ètò, ẹ bá mi share show yo. Mo dúpẹ́ ọpẹ́ gbogbo. Ṣé ń gbọ́ nìyẹn? Mi ò ní ṣàlàyé mo re ọpẹ́ mi pọ̀. Oyi biribiri ọkàn mi. Oyi biribiri ọkàn mi. Yeah. Thank you, Florence. Welcome on board. Again, kọ́kọ́ fún yín. Adebukola Seriki, thank you, my darling sister. I'm regulars mi. Yeah? Ó jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pẹ́ jù. Yeah? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Kì í ṣe mímọ̀ ṣe mi o. Oyibi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, oore ọ̀fẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Help me to share. Call everybody to come and enjoy. We can't hear the music. Wow. Mo jẹ́ wá ń jó lásán. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́? Yé mi o. Tèmi bá mi. Jẹ́ kí n play ẹ̀ níbi tẹ́ máa ti gbọ́. Mo mà fọ́nbù o. Ní mo dẹ̀ ń jó látẹ̀kùn. You said they can't hear Langi Teriba. Shelly Bonson. Welcome on board. Ever me invite everybody. Let's enjoy Lange Teriba's song. Can you all hear now? We can hear now. Amen. Adegba, welcome on board. Tosi Obalola, welcome on board. Thank you all. Yeah? Then, let's dance. Yeah? Welcome on board. Thank you. I'm seeing all my sisters around. Thank you so much. Who is calling now? It's not yet time to call. Hello? Yeah, it's not yet time to call. Who is this, please?
Sorry, I'll just tell you now that you're online, that you want to start your program now.
Thank you so much.
I want to give you a clue of something that is going on.
Okay, all right, let me take it off.
Okay, I want you to share the light today. Hello?
Yeah, go on, sir. Go on, ma'am.
Yeah, I want you to ask, do you know this film producer before? Benga Adewusi.
Benga Adewusi, yes.
Yes. You know, Shina Peter said, because me, I live in Nigeria before, yeah?
Okay.
And Fumi Martin.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I know her. You understand?
Yeah.
But we are not friends.
Okay.
Are you listening?
I'm listening to you, ma'am.
We are not friends.
Can you all hear her? Can you all hear? Yeah, go on, please.
We are not close. She's not my friend. I just met her through a friend. I went to a party. But I have a boyfriend then who is very, very close with Shina Peter's friend. Yeah? He is very, very close to Shina Peter's friend. And that guy happens to be my friend. And when all this scenario of...
Go on, ma. Reduce what you are using to listen to me. Maybe because you are hearing yourself back. You can go on. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
When all this scenario of Shina Peter and this thing came out on the line, yeah? And I was like, why can't people be truthful? Why can't people be truthful? Because Shina Peter doesn't want to disclose the secret out. I can tell you categorically that Shina Peter is not the biological father of that guy.
Because you were close to them, you know Fumi, like you said, to the family.
To one of Shina Peter's friends, yeah, and a guy working under him happens to be my own boyfriend. You understand? And even when this guy was telling me that do not tell anybody this, because that was the reason why Shina Peter vouched that he's not going to leak out the secret. They should call Benga Adewusi to come and explain what he has with Fumi Martins there. Because, Shina Peter was dating Fumi Martins, right? Mide Martins' mom. Yeah. And at the same time, Benga Adewusi, Baba Juno, there was also dating Fumi Martins.
So two of them in the same industry were dating her?
Yes, the same industry. And that was when Fumi Martins now said, she's pregnant. Shina Peter said no, that responsible for that. It's not responsible for it. That it should go and ask Benga Adewusi. But apparently, Benga Adewusi knew that it is the father, yeah? And I didn't know the agreement he has with Shina Peter, because then, he used to kind of promote their music.
Yeah, definitely.
To kind of promote their music.
Okay.
And I don't know, and they're both Kerubu and
then.
So I don't know, maybe they make an oath or something like that. But when they drag Benga Adewusi out, the truth will come out. And that is why Shina Peter said it's not going to reveal anything. And that is why Mide Martins kept quiet, because she knew what And she was kind of like scared. But people don't know anything. They are quick to judge. I'm not a fan of Shina Peter. I'm not a fan of any of them. But when they drag Benga Tosi, which call himself Baba Ichuno, dead, when it's a marketer dead.
Baba
Every
Ichuno
musician wants somebody that will market them, that will make people to know them. Then it will tell the secret behind it.
Okay, ma.
And they should ask two of them, both Shina Peter and Benga Adewusi, to go and do the DNA. The people of the world, they could now see what is going on. Enough said that thing. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, welcome to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke this afternoon. I welcome every one of you. This is a show where we discuss about everything, about almost everything. Anything prevailing in the society, we talk about it. And apart from that, we bring out informations that can help you, where you live or whatever you're going through. And so welcome on board to Ajoke's show. This is Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. And your host today is still your beautiful Ajoke. I welcome every one of you, Eshe Goni. I appreciate you for sharing. I appreciate you for coming. Thank you for always liking. Thank you for commenting. So what we are discussing today is about Mide Martins, Shina Peters, and Damilare, the son of Shina Peters. If you've seen it, I've written it out there. We want to shed more light to it. I want to tell you something about Fumi Martins. If you see that woman that called in, I don't know her. She just called in. We've not even started the show when she called in. But she doesn't even know that I know Fumi Martins very well. I used to be an actress myself. I was into acting, actively acting, that I've said about 3 films then in the early 90s. So thank you, my sister Margaret Cruz. Eshe, welcome on board, mommy. So I was an actress and I was close to Fumi Martins, Ologbe Fumi Martins. The fact that she was an older friend to me because Mikeresi, but Oje Enyo Konto Ko Enyo Mora. I'm talking about this case because I know Fumi very well. And I know Mide. I still have a lot of them in the industry that are my friends because I've been there before. Iṣẹ́ ká máa ṣe eré orí ìtàgé ni mò ń bá wọn ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀. So mo mọ̀ wọ́n dáadáa. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé I will bring Mide back because mo kàn fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ìwọ Mide ni. Anywhere to bawa. You're bringing all this to your mother today. Nítorí pé o ti neglect duty ẹ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀gbọ́n sí Damilare. Mo mọ̀ ẹ́ nígbà tó jẹ́ ọmọ secondary school. Máa wá sílé yín ní ọ̀nà challenge side yẹn lẹ́ ń gbé ńgbà náà. Your mother was a struggling single mom. Tó ń tọ́jú ẹ̀yin méjì tó bí ńgbà yẹn. Unfortunately, Fumi met Shina Peters. You know the industry, the way it works. She was a very beautiful woman. Fumi Martins was a very, very beautiful woman. So every man would love to date her. She was beautiful. And she was a very good actress. Fortunately or unfortunately, because fortunately to go be Damilare fún Ọlọ́run ní pa ọmọ náà fún bàbá ẹ̀ tó ti gbà ń sìn, hopefully. So they started dating. Fumi Martins she almost left the industry because of Shina Peters. She was so much in love with him. Oh, she was once Miss Nigeria. So she was very beautiful. Honestly, she was a beautiful woman. So they started dating. During that time, Fumi almost lost her job in the industry because of what? She neglected everything. nígbà yẹn tó bá pè fún mi pé kó wá ṣiṣẹ́ fún mi ò mà ní lọ ṣiṣẹ́ o a ní ọkọ mi ní má jáde ó ti wá ń pe Shina ní ọkọ ẹ̀ Shina Peters síbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà sà ẹ̀yin náà tẹ́ bá rántí Fumi took you like a king. Although you were married to Sammy Peters, you are still married to her anyway. So she knew she was going into a relationship where the man had a wife. And ìyàwó Shina Peters, nígbà yẹn tẹ́ bá rántí ló fi kọrin, wọn tí bímọ nígbà yẹn. So they had a very good relationship. Shina Peters wanted to keep his own home because ẹni tí ọkùnrin àti obìnrin ọmọ bí tó ti jọ tọ́jọ́ di ọ̀rọ̀ sí ó mọ bóun ṣe tó bóun ṣe wà tẹ́lẹ̀ Bukky Ọlọ́tọ̀ welcome ma Sammy òun ló gbé Shina jáde ló gbé ga pẹ̀lú gbogbo resources ẹ̀ ló fi help ẹ̀ so in order not to share ọmọbìnrin yìí tó dẹ̀ ń wojú Ọlọ́run ó keep any relationship tó bá ní ó keep it outside. But we that were in the industry, when they dated, Fumi made it known to everybody. Shina fẹ́ fẹ́ òun ni. Tẹ́ bá pè Fumi lọ sí location. She wasn't coming to any location. She wasn't. She was in love. She was actually in love with him. Unfortunately, she got pregnant. When she got pregnant, mi mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn. Ìgbà yẹn mi ò kí ń lọ fi bẹ́ẹ̀ act mọ́ because ó ti ń affect home mi. So èmi náà ti ń sá díẹ̀díẹ̀ ní ìdí iṣẹ́ yẹn. But you know, when immediately she got pregnant, they started having problems. Mi ò wá mọ̀ ó ti di òkú ọ̀run lénìí. But ọmọ ẹ máa mọ̀ because ọmọ yẹn ò kì í ṣe ọmọ kékeré mọ́ Mide máa mọ̀. Bóyá ó ní kó ṣẹ́yún o, bóyá ó ní kó foyún sílẹ̀ o, mi ò mọ̀ o. Ṣùgbọ́n mo kàn mọ̀ pé they had a problem nígbà tó ti lóyún. When this lady now had the baby, ó dàbí pé gbà yẹn ni Shina Peters ló sá. Ló wá di pé ó wá ń dátọ́ ọmọ. That Bola, she's a nuisance animal. Who is Bola? Karimat Akipeluma. Who is Bola ma? So, I don't know what happened between them. But bó ṣe bímọ tán ni problem sì bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ìrònú yìí wà lára nǹkan tó pa Fumi Martins. Wàhálà ìdààmú yìí wà lára nǹkan tó pa Fumi Martins. Because ẹni tó jẹ́ pé kò ti gbé ọkùnrin, kò ti gbé fọ́kùnrin, kò ti believe pé ó ti rí bí kan tó máa sọ ẹrù ẹ sí. Unfortunately, we lost Fumi after to bímọ yẹn tán. I think about 2 or 3 months later. I can't remember. Because ó ti pẹ́ díẹ̀ náà. Èmi náà kàn wá wọ́n sọ pé Fumi ti kú, Fumi ti kú, Fumi ti kú. Unfortunately, the industry lost her that year. So olórí pé tẹ́ bá gbọ́ caller tó call in yẹn, ó lóun mọ̀ Fumi. Ó ní do àwọn ò close. Okay, you're talking of Auto Bola. So ó ní òun ò mọ̀. But èmi mọ̀, mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ gbà tó ń go out. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ bí ìhà tí Fumi kọ sí daddy wa Shina Peters. She had the baby. Ó dẹ̀ kú. After that, ìrònú wàhálà ìdààmú ó wà lára nǹkan tó pa Fumi Martins. Kò tí tọ́jú tó tọ́mọ yẹn máa kú. Ó dá àwọn ọmọ 3 sílẹ̀. Barely ó dà pé kíní ṣe jáde nígbà yẹn ó ṣe jáde secondary school ó ṣàṣẹ kò tí ṣẹmọ kò tí ṣe. She wasn't an actress. Mide wasn't an actress. Ó wá dá ọmọ kékeré baby tó bí àti àbúrò Fumi àbúrò Mide ó dá lé Mide lọ́wọ́ kó máa tọ́. Fumi ní ìyá nígbà náà. Nǹkan tó di ẹrù èèyàn méjì ó de èrò èèyàn kan which she has always been doing anyway. Bó ṣe di pé Mide ó jáde ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń tọ́ ọmọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí Ọlọ́run ọba nìkan ló yé. For Mide herself, nǹkan tí mo sọ pé Mide ló ń jẹ́ kó máa drag òun àti ìyá òun. Nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí n sọ pé Yeah, Oba, welcome on board. Tí mo ní Mide, ìwọ ló jẹ́ kó máa drag màmá ẹ̀ nínú kòtò ilé tó ń jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn sọ wọ́n ṣépè wọ́n sọ o drag orúkọ ẹ o drag orúkọ àbúrò ẹ o drag orúkọ gbogbo wọn ìwọ ni máa blame ìwọ tó wà ní industry Mide o mọ bí industry ṣe ń work. Okay, Buki or lose. I think the person that called make a good point, madam. The secret was between Shina Peters and Gbenga Adewusi Baba Itunu. Honestly, mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Baba Itunu on date fún mi gbà yín mi ò mọ̀. Mo mọ̀ àwọn náà dáadáa. A jọ wà ní industry ni. Gbogbo wọn lè má dá mi mọ̀ torí mo ti fine gan sìn. Ìgbà yẹn mi ò le tó yìí, mi ò fine tó yìí. So, bí ó ṣe di pé, please speak predominantly in English, man. I'm so interested in this story. I love all involved. Okay. All right. I will try and speak more of English then, because we want people that are not that cannot understand English well like me to understand, you know, but I'll do it, you know, in both ways. Like I said earlier on, they started dating, they were in love, you know, Fumi was in love with him, and she doted him with her love, and she was just all over him. She neglected her job because of that. She was in love with Shina Peters. Like somebody called in to say, that Fumi had an affair with Baba Itunu and all that. I don't know. I wouldn't say I know. But what I know is that she was pregnant for Shina Peters. As at that time, all of us, that was what we believed. And that was what she told the whole world. But because Shina Peters was married and his wife was still looking for the fruit of the womb, I think that was why he denied him then. So I wouldn't know. What I don't know, I wouldn't say I know. But I know there was controversy on that pregnancy. That was part of the problem Fumi had. She couldn't bear it. It was too much for her. She had 2 children. She had 2 children before meeting Shina Peters, before dating him. And then for a single mother, she was a very beautiful single mother, beautiful woman. So for her, it was like meeting somebody like the kind of person Shina Peters was. He was a big man. Yeah, I will speak mostly in English now, don't worry. He was a big guy, you know, in the industries. He was a big musician and still a big musician no matter what, you know. So she was all over him and she neglected her own job in the industry. She wasn't acting much because of him. Anytime they call for me then to come and do to any location, she would tell you, my husband said I should not come. She was already calling him my husband. Adeorimi, my husband. So she had the baby. Unfortunately, they had problems. I don't know, maybe he asked her to go and remove the pregnancy or have the baby or whatever, but they had problem. Thank you, Omoto Shofalsat. So they had problem, and that was why she was left alone to care for the baby. She had the baby, and I think after 2 or 3 months, we just heard that she died. And I'm sure she died out of frustration. She died because she could not cope. And for Mide, the mother left Mide with 2 other children. That's Mide's younger brother and the little baby that was about 2 or 3 months then. So for a young girl too, that was too much for her. Mide wasn't an actress. She wasn't. She was barely out of secondary school. So there was nothing more she could do. Afis Owo came in because Afis Owo, I don't know, maybe it was the mom's manager, like somebody was saying it was. I don't really know much about that. But I know that Afis Owo was close to Fumi. And then I think he started dating Fumi after the mom died. Started dating Mide after our mom died. Amen. God rest her beautiful soul. So I think he started dating her, and it was the one that helped Mide to stardom. Because he came in at the right time. If you could remember then, he was the one that would bring Mide out with the little baby, and they were all out on the TV. Then it was all over TV, you know. Then they will come, beg people. She died of depression. May her soul rest in peace. So she will come to TV with the little baby and cry for help. Nigerians, please help me. You know, my mom just died and she left me with this beautiful, with this child. I have no other one. I have no other person. As at that time, Shina Peters was nowhere to be heard. We did not hear anything about Shina. We just knew that she had a baby for Shina. But what was happening was not something that was open to anybody. And as at that time, people were not calling Shina out. It was just only Mide that had the baby and Hafiz Owo that was there for her. And they would come to the TV and beg people for help. Mide will cry. She will bring out the baby. Look at, this is the only, I don't have anybody. And my mom just had the film done. She didn't finish it, or she finished it. Can you please buy the film? This. So Hakeem Owo was doing the PR so much for her. Wọ́n máa wá sórí TV, wọ́n gbé baby yẹn dání, wọ́n bẹ̀bẹ̀ fáwọn èèyàn pé kọ́njọ́ kọ́ ṣàánú ọmọ òkú ọ̀run tí lady yìí gbé sílẹ̀. The only way you can help me to raise this child is to buy my mom's films. Mide, was that not what you did? Yes. That is why I'm saying, Mide, you are dragging your mom's soul, even in death. I wouldn't have expected you to have neglected that boy. I don't know what went wrong. That boy was staying with your grandmother until she died. Then he moved to your uncle's place. And if you see the way this man spoke, that your uncle, he had so much to say. But gẹ́gẹ́ bí àgbàlagbà, he just kept a lot to himself. He had so much to say. He said, a lot has gone that I don't want to talk about again. But all I know is that Damilare needs help. He's calling out for people to donate to Damilare. When you, Fumi, they are not compared. Yeah, you know what? Like Farah Dieng said, of course, because Hafiz Owo was there for her. He was the only artist that was there physically. I don't know financially, because he wasn't buoyant himself, but I think he was there to promote her. You said Mide's husband didn't do well, madam. And we are still going to talk about that. So it was at the end of the day, you came out. This thing now came out now that your brother has been neglected, abandoned, and he needs support now. Begging for money for your own blood brother, Mide Martins. Mide, I want you to remember your mother was there for you. She was a single mom taking care of you. Adewale Olisa, okay, now I'll move it. She was there for you. She was the only one. Mide, have you forgotten that, you know, your stardom was because of your mom? It was because of your mom. You were not an actress. People supported you then because of this Damilare that you are neglecting, Mide. I know you are a young mom you've got your own children, you've got your own family. I know how hard it is. And I know the industry itself. It's not something that is so buoyant, it's not a money-making industry. It is just now that people are making little money. Princess Adedunke, yes, you were an actress too. We were there together. So there was no money in that industry. So I wouldn't say, and then there was no money, and I wouldn't say there is still money in the industry now. I think a lot of people are still saying it. There's no money in the industry. That's why they always wonder when they see most female actresses, you know, buying big cars and all that. People will wonder, Where is this money coming from? Because we know how it works. Because so one industry here. So for you, I know you're getting little endorsements here and there. You are making little money. You're not doing badly, Mide. You are not doing badly. We've met in a party of recent. You're not doing badly. No matter how small it could be. Why have you neglected Damilare? Is there more to the story that we don't know? Is there a lot of things that we don't know that you want to tell the whole world about it? You have left your duty as a sister. Your own blood brother. The boy said the last time he spoke to you was 6 years ago. And I'm sure people in the industry will always ask you, how is your brother? You will say, he's fine. Yes, people fell in love with you because of your mom, not because of anything. When you brought out that baby, that was where the pity came from. That was the sympathy people had for you. Now, how will this girl be able to take care of this poor boy, this young child, this baby in her hand? And people stood up and said no. Even in the industry, people started using you because of that. You became a star overnight. Because that stardom it just came like that. Boom. People fell in love with you because of your mom. Not because you are an extraordinary thing. You know, you're a very beautiful girl, just like your mom. Carbon copy, yeah. When you were even growing up, you were a black girl, so I will always look at you then and oh my job for me, but she's dark, you know. So Mide, you need to come out. Look at the way they're dragging your mom. Everybody is talking about you. You go to one industry, you know how it works. And you know this is an era of social media. People will still talk about it, no matter what you do. You said the gifts are from our politicians. I don't know. You know, people will drag you more than this. People will drag you, Mide. If you don't do the needful now, people will drag you more. Oloria baby, welcome my sister. People will drag you so much that you won't be able to even walk on the streets. Because people are ready to drag you to anything because of that boy. People supported you because of that small boy then. But that's the same boy you have abandoned. I mean, I can't even comprehend it how can? And people see you out, you're well dressed, you are doing well as far as people are concerned, and you have somebody there. Grace, welcome, my sister. You have somebody there. Everybody sees you on the screen. They see you everywhere in parties. They see you on Instagram. You are looking glamorous. And you have a boy, your own blood brother, own sofa benye. That boy doesn't look well. He doesn't look well kept. He looks so unkept. Because of what? And then your uncle is the only one taking care of him. That man didn't want to say a lot of things. The boy will call you. And people were crying on the TV because people saw her crying with the baby. All the films they bought that year was because of your mom. Was because of that little baby. Hey, but she won't drag my man. The boy said she even blocked him. You blocked him. For what? I know it's hard. It's not easy. But then, it's your brother. It's your blood brother. But instead, you just neglected him. It's so unfair from Mide. Very unfair. My advice to you, okay, is for you to do the needful. Get your brother. Bele that boy, yeah. Bele that boy, yeah. Because it's because of that boy. It's part of why you got that stardom. Because of that little boy you had on your hands crying for help. Mide, please, 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 my darling Mide. My darling Mide. I know she couldn't cope. I could imagine. Faraday, and she said she couldn't cope. I could. Honestly, I know then it was a big thing because losing a mom at that tender age with 2 other children, it was a big thing. But you started having a family. You might not want to have your brother in the home because you have girls as children. But then, wherever your brother is, why have you forgotten him? Why have you not been helping out? Why have you not been supporting him? The boy said the last time you spoke, he said, yes, the family, we are talking to you. And you said, yes. Yes, I will definitely. Olayinke, welcome. Yes, ma'am. Mommy Pastor, welcome, ma'am. You said you would definitely do something. So it goes to show that you've not been doing anything to him. You've not been helping out. For me, please, Mide, please, for the sake of your dead mom, Mide, God will help you. No matter how small. Where is the other brother? I think if you hear what Shina Peter said, he said the brother came with Damilare to his house. You know, I will still play Shina Peter's voice and you will hear what he said. You know, I think everybody said it, but I will still play it. Mide, you need to call your brother one-on-one. Don't think because everybody has dragged you or... Because if Gist Lover did not bring the story out, nobody will know what that boy was going through. He was going through hell. There was no help nowhere, from nowhere. Even in the industry doesn't even know whether he exists or not. I saw the other time... late Ireti's son, may her soul rest in peace. That was a perfect one too. Ireti too. That little boy Ireti had and left behind. Nobody's remembering him now. So I know how it is in the industry. Everybody, in the industry. Nobody cares about anybody. But then, you that God has blessed at least, no matter how small, you could still be doing your bits. You shouldn't have left that boy like that. That was shameful. Everybody is now dragging for me. And let me leave you Mide for now. Shina Peter, sir. Agbayama daleo. Ni fọwọ́ yín gbé kankan nínú àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ bí sin. Bó ṣe wù kí gbogbo ayé kan pariwo yín tó. Because God is the only one that sees everybody's heart. Shina Peters, you said you don't want to talk. Like I said, I knew when Fumi was dating you, sir. Fumi loved you. She gave you all her heart. I know you were a married man. She knew that before she went into the relationship. But she was all over you. You were all over her. So what went wrong, sir? Mi ò ní pé wọ́n ní bàbá bí mo máa wò. Tẹ́ bá rántí, sir, the same thing lẹ ṣe pẹ̀lú Clarence, ọmọ Clarion Shukura. That was exactly what you did that time too, sir. You did not claim that child until Clarence became somebody in life. It's sad, honestly. It's sad. But I don't know, you know, like most relationships with married men, a lot of ladies go into it, they don't know what it takes to be. You left that boy. Bá ti wá rántí ọjọ́ tí ìfàyàkàyà yín àti fún mi. Bá rántí ọjọ́ ìfàyàkàyà yín àti fún mi. Kẹ́ wò pé nígbà tí gay yìí ti kú, jẹ́ n bá gbọ́ bùkátà ọmọ yìí. Tẹ́ bá lẹ́yìn kọ́lẹ̀ no more, if you're saying you're not the father of that boy, only God can tell because you have not said it, but you are implying it in everything, your every statement, sir. You have not accepted the fact that that boy is yours. Listen to him.
Around the world, even I would like to thank the Gist Lover that started this
Sorry.
Because I'm no more a kid, for crying out loud. I'm over 60. When I'm going back in still langba. But mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ abiyamọ ayé. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin abiyamọ tẹ̀lé sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin. Tẹ́ fi ìfẹ́ hàn torí lójú tèmi ìfẹ́ ni. Wọ́n ní tí
Auntie Tito.
Olówó àwọn ọ̀pẹ̀dá tó bá pẹ́ lómi ni a rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ká gbogbo nǹkan tó kọ nípa òun kí ní kan bá kan. Ẹni tí ó gbọ́ etí kan ẹni tó gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni èèyàn kan tí ò lè gbọ́ kejì tó bí ìjọ́jú tó wá ní jọ́ọ̀jù nítọ̀ lójú tèmi náà mo ṣe rí pé ìfẹ́ náà ẹni lé yóò wà nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ wọ́n ti yàn ní dásí rárá. Ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ayé mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
Fẹ́lísì yéèmí wow.
Ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni wípé ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ nínú ìwé kọ́bọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n a ti dàgbà.
Welcome Funky Jake.
A kì í ṣọmọdé mọ́. Báwo ni irú mi ṣe máa pa ọmọ tì? Kí ló fẹ́ ná mi? Ọmọ mélòó ni mo ti tọ́ nílé ayé mi? Kò lóǹkà.
Ẹ kò náwó sá.
Èyí nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọdé gan-an.
Leave us abiyamọ alone.
Wáyé tó ṣe máa jẹ́ pé Damilare ni mi ò ní tọ́jú. Wọ́n ní tí ó bá nídìí obìnrin lè jẹun.
Amen, my darling sister.
Ṣùgbọ́n
Batangas.
láti lè
Auntie Tito is killing me with comments here.
ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yìn tí mi lè ní báyọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan sọ. Kò sí ní kọ́ńtọ̀bẹ̀lẹ̀ lọ́rọ̀ àmì sọ. Èmi ò ní òtọ́jú Damilare.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà, ẹ sọ nǹkan kan sà. Ẹni tó bá gbọ́ bẹ̀lẹ̀ yín lọ́rùn ẹ̀ ní sọ nǹkan tó wà ń di ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Sir Shina Peters, kí ló tún fẹ́ wà ń di ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ju pé nǹkan lè bí Damilare lọ sà? You've said it. That's what it means. That is what it means. And sir, for you to come out and be saying things like this, sir, it's so shameful.
Gbogbo yín mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ wípé láti ìjẹta lèmi pẹ̀lú Damilare láti ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fóònù. Mo ti ní ní sọ̀rọ̀ rárá torí a ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ ìpè àti Damilare àti bàbá ìjì tó ń gbé ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ àti sọ wípé ní ọ̀la gbogbo wa àfojúkojú. Gbogbo nǹkan tí n bá fi gbé òbí ń ṣe fún ọmọ gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá mo fi dá ẹ̀yà bí àwọn lóòótọ́ kẹ́ ẹ dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo fi dá yín lójú pé mi ní disappoint yín. Bàbá ni mí mo ti tọ́ ọmọ tọ́mọ.
Àwọn ọmọ tí yín nìkan lè tọ́.
Wọ́n sọ fún mi lórí.
Àwọn ọmọ dà pé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀tì tọ́mọ. Sir Shina Peters said he has, fathered so many children, he has helped so many children in life. So he has tọ́mọ, but ọmọ tí wọ́n tó ń bí, téèyàn kan sọ pé òun ló bí, òun bímọ fún wọn ò tọ́jú ìyẹn torí àwọn ò lè gbọ́mọ.
Mo ti tọ́ mílíọ̀nìyà. Wáyé tó ṣe máa ń jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Damilare wà ní mi ò ní lọ. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ kan tí mo kàn fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni wípé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n sọ ọmọdé yìí oníbàárà tí wọ́n dáwó fún.
Ẹ ti sọ́dún oníbàárà already sir. because tẹ́ bá sọ́dọ̀ oníbàárà tó ń dáwó fún kí ló dé tẹ́ tọ́jú ẹ̀ láti ilẹ̀. You have forgotten you have left your duty for Baba Deji to take care of that boy. No matter what, like I said, sir, because you dated Funmi and you had problem with her, I guess because of this pregnancy, you should have just at least thought of that child, that there was nobody for him at that time again when the mother died. You forgot the fact that you had a relationship with the mom. DNA wasn't something that was popular then. But you should have just thought about it, that, look, this Funmi is no more. Why can't I help that small boy? You're a wealthy man. Eh? And you're now saying, pé ẹ ti tọ́ ọmọ lọ́mọ, ẹ ti tọ́ ọmọ oríṣiríṣi. Ah, Olúwa mà ṣe ń pé ẹ tọ́ ọmọ o. Bó ẹ bá bá wa tọ́ lé eléyìí náà, ẹni kọ́ má sọ do oníbàárà.
Nítorí ọjọ́ ọ̀la ẹ̀. Àbọ̀ máa ní kó máa dá owó fún ọmọ nígbà tí ẹni tó lè tọ́jú ẹ̀ tó wà.
Ẹ sọ pé bàbá ẹ o. Ẹ sọ pé bàbá ẹ wà láyé o. Ẹni ẹni tẹ́ lè tọ́jú ẹ̀. So you are still saying that that boy is not your son.
Ojú Damilare. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó ti wà nílẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo sọ pé mi ò lè ní sọ nípa ẹ̀ mọ́. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ dẹ́ mọ̀. A lè máa rókì nínú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn. Ṣùgbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá dá sí i nítorí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dá sí i ní abiyamọ ayé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dá sí i. Ìdùnnú mi ni.
Samson, you said I have taken the boy. I don't understand.
Máa tọ́ Damilare. Meeting tí mo ní mo fẹ́ ṣe ní pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ àti ẹ̀.
Okay, ma, I will after
this. Kí ló fẹ́ kí n ṣe? Ibo ló fẹ́ kí n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀? Tí n bá rí pé dúpín ìyẹ́gbà kó má lọ léwu. Torí wọ́n sọ fún yín pé ó fẹ́ lọ fún ó fẹ́ wà ètò entertainment. Yes, ó lè wà ètò entertainment, but á kà ìwé.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sir, ìwé tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó kà. Since that boy, you know, tó kéré, mi rò pé kọ́bọ̀ yín wà nínú owó tó fi wọn lọ sí school. Láti ilẹ̀. So ìwé yẹn lẹ́yìn fẹ́ kó kà ń sìn. If the boy says he wants to go into entertainment, if that is what he wants, and people are ready to donate for him, please sir, ẹ fi ọmọ yìí sílẹ̀. Baba Deji has been taking care of that boy láti kékeré. Kò ń ṣe nísìnyí kẹ́ wá da ìrìn àjò ẹ̀rú.
Ìyá ọ̀gbẹ́ kan ìbejì kò make it fine. Ènìyàn ní kó lọ gba fọ́ọ̀mù kó tún jáwé ṣe ní agbára Ọlọ́run bá tí mo ń sè ní ọlá àwẹ̀ tí mo wà nínú ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á bá mi dúró tì á dẹ̀ pass àyè Adéfisì University. Tó bá wà wọ̀n tó bá ti kàwé tán nǹkan kí n tó bá fẹ́ ṣe kó máa ṣe báyìí ọtí bí tí mo tó sí pé.
You said I have taken something. I have taken it. I don't understand. I have taken it.
So we not carry not to school. Can you omoleni, omonomi, owabami, mi? Ìjọ tí wọ́n lọ wá sílé mi.
Ṣé ń gbọ́?
Tí wọ́n ní mi ò dá lóhùn. Ẹni tó mú wá òun wọlé. Ìgbà tí mo sì onítọ̀ ògbọ́ta, mo ti jáde tán sí lẹ́nu gate mi. Lóòótọ́ sọ fún pé.
Sir Shina Peters, sir. Àgbàlagbà ni over 60, sir. Mi ò tiẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ rí àgbàlagbà fin, God forbid. But sir, you said he came to your house because Gistlover brought out that story that he came to your house and you did not allow him to come in. You did not see that boy. You did not allow that boy to come into your home. You refused to see him. And you're now saying now that you didn't even know he came to your house and it was when you were seeing somebody off that you saw him. It is well, sir. The deed has been done, sir. So. Viewers, I want you to pick something out of this. He said ẹ̀gbọ́n Túndé Martins èmi mo tọ́. Mide Martins ẹ̀gbọ́n èmi mo tọ́. It shows that you had a very tight relationship with Funmi. Like I said, I know the relationship. I was aware of it because I was in the industry. Mo mọ̀ pé tẹ́ ń fẹ́ra yín. Promise Funmi pé ẹ fẹ́ gangan ni. You promised marrying her, and that was why she gave you all her heart. Funmi neglected her job. She was not doing anything again in the industry. She wasn't going to locations again. And trust the industry people now, they will do gbebo outside. They will say, ó ti gbọ́ wọn ọ̀rẹ́ ó gbọ́ wọn ọ̀rẹ́ ó ní daddy wa ní kóun má jáde o. Ó ní daddy ní kóun dáná fún o. One gossip lẹ́yìn, they were talking about her behind her because she was in love with you, sir. And you said you are the one that took care of ẹ̀gbọ́n Mide. You took care of àbúrò. So ó show pé any relationship gongo kò ṣe just one night stand àbí kí ló máa ń pè. You had a relationship with Funmi just to establish that ní Sàámú kò ní ká lè tún sọ yẹn ní sà.
So báwo ni ìṣòwárí tọ́ òun? So mi kì í ṣe bàbá tó neglect ọmọ, mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọ àti tó jẹ́ tèmi àti tí kì í ṣe tèmi. Èmi ni mo kọ́ pé ọmọ níyì ní Olúwa, ọmọ níyì sì ní rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bọ́ fà ṣe ní lọ́wọ́ alágbára. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni. Yes, I do. I love YouTube. I have YouTube here. Thank you. Ìbò mọ̀ tá mi ò lọ́ta. Kò mà rà rí kábíyì tè.
Oh, Sarah Jen, thank you.
So for now, mo ibi tí mo ṣe fọ̀rẹ́ ti sí ní ibi gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ ẹ̀yin àbí amáyé gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ kì í ṣe pàtàkì nínú rẹ̀ gbogbo ẹni máa ṣe. So mi ò ní mo ti dàgbà ju wọ́n ní èèyàn kì í gbọ́ kúrú lẹ́nu àbọ̀ rẹ̀ rere èèyàn máa ń gbọ́. Mo ti dàgbà ju ẹni tó máa padà sí ẹ̀yìn. Ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ lẹ́yìn tipẹ́tipẹ́ tí mi ò lè rẹ́dì láti ṣe àgbẹ̀ everybody.
Hello sir. Ojú dẹ̀ ń tì mí. Ojú ń tì mí láti sọ̀rọ̀ sir. What do you mean by ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ lẹ́yìn sir tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ síta? It's not nice o. Ó dùn mí sir honestly. Mi dẹ̀ fẹ́ rìn ní lágbàlagbà fún. Ẹ bá má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sir. Ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán. Yorùbá ni gbogbo wa. We don't understand how it works. You said there is so much that you don't want to talk about. And what you have just said has just explained to us that Damilare is not your son. You have said it in a mild way.
Nítorí ọjọ́ ọ̀la ọmọ yẹn, ṣùgbọ́n mo fi ń dá yín lójú pé máa tó dárí àdìrún àdìgbà.
Shoma Woke, do welcome. For you people that you don't know now, let me tell you who Shina Peters is now. He's now Baba Ajo ni Kerubu and Seraphim or something like that. What he dioloye ńlá rẹpẹtẹ is now like an overseer of a big church or something. So for somebody like that, ẹni tí àgbé ẹ̀sìn lé lọ́wọ́, it's like you have a pastor in your church that you can always go to when you have problems, that you can always talk to. This is our own Baba Ajo of a church. And he's here now telling us about a child tí wọn ò gbà nígbà kan. But he's now saying, pé àwọn ò ní sọ̀rọ̀, but wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ jù sá. Ẹ bá tiẹ̀ máa sọ débẹ̀. Ẹ bá kàn. I would have said, when they called you, and you know that you've been called out, pé àṣírí ti wà níta, you should have just come out and take care of that boy. I want you to now see, yesterday, okay, Auntie Tito, you said I should don't let the boy go to him. Okay, ma. So, you know what you now did? you met with them yesterday. For people who tell about more, if you don't know, Shina Peters has met with Damilare yesterday with Damilare's uncle. So this is. Back home, I would have said, when they called you, you met with them yesterday. For people who tell about more, if you don't know, Shina Peters. Hello. Àwọn ní ìlànà.
Ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà rẹ̀ rí.
Shina Peters ni.
Damilare rẹ̀ o, Abadeji rẹ̀ o, èmi Shina Peters o, kò sí jà, kò sí ta o, àbí gbogbo ẹ̀ tí yọ ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ìkànnì ọ̀pẹ̀ sí tó káwọn èèyàn.
I show you the way Nigeria. Thank you all my fans. God blesses to you.
If you watch this, if you look at the boy's countenance and Baba Deji's countenance, you will know that there are more to this. Shina Peters, honestly, sir, I appreciate the fact that you took it on board to take up your responsibility on. Fortunately, sir, you're not doing it the right way, sir. You had a meeting with them, and I don't know what the agreement is. Maybe you'll be giving them money and all that. But sir, you could see in that boy the boy he never had love from a father, love from a mother. There was no love. He grew up without anybody. Shina Peters, that same boy, you know, ṣẹ́rẹ́rìn yẹn gan àwọn èèyàn gan sọ pé fake ni pé ẹ̀rín yẹn gan bí ìgbà tẹ́ kàn ṣe ni lálákọ èmi kọ́ mo sọ bí àwọn èèyàn ní sà. Because I posted this on my page and a lot of comments like, oh my God, I can't believe the comments. So it's like, you're just doing it, for social network sake or for people to see that you have taken up your responsibility. Sir, I will just beg you, for the sake of Damilare, ẹ sir, àgbàlagbà kì í ṣe lágbàlagbà sir. Avoid talking about there are a lot of things there for Sosita, but the way you're saying it, you're making it look like, look, I am not your father. You're telling Damilare that, but I will take up this responsibility for God's sake. That's what the way you're sounding. You have dragged this boy yourself, sir. Believe me. For that boy, that thing is going to be on him forever. But this man made this statement that, look, I will just take care of you. There are lots to your birth that I can't say out there. There are lots to your birth that you were born as a bastard. There are lots to your birth. I can just give it so many meanings, sir. For that boy, the kind of, torture you've put him through with your statements, sir, it's so bad, sir. Hey, Bama Soro Benye. She be Christian lekwera yin, sir. Àgbàlagbà deni. Hey, ba fọ̀rọ̀ sí kùn bí àgbà. Kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé, okay, mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo èèyàn lè bú mi o. What they show, they might say yes. He didn't take care of his child. That was what he did to Clarion's son and all that. But at the end of the day, yes, man, Titito, I can hear you. I can hear you very well. That boy never had love. That boy never knew you, never had anything from you. That boy had only the grandmother to take care of him. He had no mother. There was nobody, no affection from anybody, no parental affection for him. So you could imagine what he was going through. Then coming to your house, you didn't let him come in. You did not let him come in. I'm on my page. This is my page. Grace Jones, this is my page. You did not let him come in. With your words, it's like a sword to that boy. Believe me, sir. That word is like a sword to that boy. And I can imagine how the boy will sleep and feel. You told the whole world that there are more to this story that you don't want to talk about. Even if people saying, go, let him go and do DNA, does it even matter more? Go matter more. Forget about it. There's no go matter. There's no need to do DNA. You have said it, that you just want to help him, just like any other child that you're helping. If it is because of Auntie Sammy, Auntie Sammy, Auntie Sammy, wherever you are, Abiamoni. Hey, Joma. Hey, Baba wa sheto. Hey, jẹ́ kí daddy wa kon ṣe nǹkan tó tọ́ lórí ọmọ náà. Because the way you're talking now, sir, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí wọ́n ní ikú òdòjọ́, àrùn òdòṣù. If anything happens to you today, sir, what happens to Damilare? He's not going to be allowed to your home. You have not claimed Damilare to be a child, to be your own son. You have just said you're helping him just like any other child. Hey, help. It's like you're adopting Damilare for the sake of the world. It's not because it's your son. Sammy is going, do you know what Sammy is going through? So that's what it means. Hey, Joseph. Ọlọ́run ò ní bá ti yín jẹ́. Ní fọwọ́ ọwọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ tán kẹ́ wá fẹsẹ̀ dànù. You have built a name for yourself in the society. You've been doing very well in the music industry. Ẹ má wá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ àlè tọ́mọ ló máa bà yín lórúkọ jẹ́. He has so many children outside. He's a musician, man. So just do the little because of the fact that everybody now knows about this case. Hey, Joe, ẹ má fún ọmọ yìí ní more torture. Torture is 30 fún láti kékeré ti pọ̀ jù. For Lashade, you said Mide has to be called. Yes, I've done that. If you have started with us earlier, I've talked about Mide herself. Mide too will do the needful, like Barolo. And you know, sir, for you to say, he has to do this, you're just coming in as a father figure, and you're now feeling like you have to tell him what to do. Sir, please take it easy with that boy, sir. And Ejo, don't let it just be for the sake of for people to know that you just did it. And I just pray that you are doing it from your heart. You know, you're for whatever you had, whatever problem you had with Fumi, forgive Fumi. She's dead. She's gone. She's left a child for you. Yeah, they should allow him to do what he wants to do. Sir Shina Peters, please let him do what he wants to do. And continue to help him, is your son. And stop granting that interview to say there are more to it. I don't want to talk about it. You know? So that's for you, sir. Now for our ladies, you know, like people have been typing in here. A lot of them, in the industry, unfortunately, you know, it's so unfortunate that Fumi has to be dragged. Anyway, she's dead, she's gone. But, you know, it's just a lesson for others to learn from. When you have a child for a man, or when you're dating a married man and you say, I am pregnant. If he says, Omo, I don't want this pregnancy, you know, the best thing to do is to do the needful. I'm not going to say go and abort because I'm a Christian. But you know what to do. A lot of you in the industry, you're throwing yourselves to these musicians. A lot of you in the industry, in our own industry that we look up to. But yes, this is an industry where people should be looking up to you. You know, Keje be mirror, you're the mirror of the society. But instead, what you do, you date married men and just have babies for them, even if they say they don't want the baby. You said for me didn't go for Shina. You know. So a lot of you in the industry, you're still doing it. I know of one of you that have a child for Wasiu Ayinde, and the boy, Wasiu has never celebrated that boy for once. And you're in the industry. And you know, people that needs to be seen like big girls like we you're not respected again because it's a drag industry you're going to see mod. Nobody respects you again. Nobody cared that you're there or not. Nobody respects you again. And it's not only about you in the industry alone, because I'm using you because you have name. You have name. So we expect you to do very well. For most women, let it be a lesson for us. Let it be a lesson for us. Tebatin date, when you're dating a married man, let the contract between the two of you be the contract that is, that is between the two of you. You know what I mean? If you're dating a married man and he says, look, katobe a relationship with you, most of them will have told you, look, I don't want babies. Me ofe bimo. But you can tie a man down by having a baby for that child, for that man. You can't tie any man down. You cannot tie any man down. That's the truth. No matter what you do, you think you can tie a man down. You cannot. Because you have a baby for a married man, you think the man will leave his wife and come to you. Oh, sorry, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I've not spoken to Mide. No, I did not speak to Mide. But I'm just telling you that, I said I talked about Mide when we started. I didn't speak to Mide because I don't even know if she would speak to me. So I don't know. I didn't speak to Mide at all. But I've said it. I've said the truth about what I know about the relationship. I've said the truth about what I know about Mide herself. A lot is hidden about Mide herself that I know that I cannot say out there. But the truth is that Mide should do the needful on our own brother. A journey, má gbàgbé ẹ̀jẹ̀ torí stardom. Sorry. So má gbàgbé ẹ̀jẹ̀ torí stardom. It's not only actresses that are having children. Others too. Àìmọye èèyàn. Don't be more. No, I didn't speak with her. No, I spoke about her. So we are going to leave a number there for you to call. Admin, can you pin the number to call? Admin. Auntie Dele, can you write out our number? Because I don't know the number. My number is Lori. So you can give us a call before we do the second because we are calling. Okay, that's it. Yeah, thank you, my darling admin. Admin one. So call in and let us know your opinion about it. Kí lẹ feel pé kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọmọ wa Damilare. And for you, Damilare, for you, Damilare, let me tell you, only ọmọ tó máa ga ẹsẹ̀ máa gùn àbí. Don't worry. This is your own stardom. God has said this is the way people will know you. Because if Gistlover has not come out to talk about you, if people did not come out to talk about you, nobody will know. Yeah, I've been trying to get Gistlover to get Damilare's account. If I get it, I will come and pin it down. Because it needs help. It needs help. Damilare needs help. He needs our support. We're not going to leave him for Shina Peters to say, yes, he's going to do it. We appreciate you, sir. We love you, sir. We know you're going to do the needful. But whatever people want to help him with, you can help him. Damilare, like I was saying, this is your own stardom. You are going to make it in life. Believe me, Damilare, you're going to make it in life. You can give us a call on this number, +44 74 66 25 7385. It's WhatsApp. Thank you. You give us a call on +44 74 66 25 7385 to talk about what you know about, or what can Damilare do, or what's your opinion about what's going on. Kí lẹ rò pé Damilare lè ṣe, ta lẹ rò pé ó lè ṣe kí Damilare kí bàbá kí wọ́n lọ ṣe DNA ni àbí kí lẹ rò pé ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Because as our daddy is saying, look, there are lots of things, there are more to this. That means he has not accepted the boy as his own son. He's just accepted him. We pay yes. Àwọn kan gbà ni kò pé bóyá wọ́n gbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ. Give us a call now. I'm waiting for your calls. I'm waiting for your calls now. Damilare re o. Damilare re baba Deji re o. Kò sí jà, kò sí nǹkan. Damilare is 19 now. 19 years. Give us a call on +44 74 6625 7385. Give us a call on +4. I'm hearing myself again. So, Damilare is 19 years old now, and he wants to go into entertainment industry. Is seeking for people's support, all over, whatever you can do for him. And like is alleged that I said that is he doesn't want his son become a contribute to Wofu. So me one more but you can give us a call. But in the meantime, the second issue we want to be treating again before I bring my lawyer, just a quick one, please. Me Moboya, you watch this viral one. Women, we know they get shame sometimes. We know they get shame. Shame will just put them for one side. When it comes to owo, when it comes to relationship, we forget about our value as obirin. We totally forget our value. So the second one, before I call in the lawyer, is about the viral video of a side chick, trying to take over the home of Yaoni Yatolo Shell America, that has been doing her job herself. They built the house together with her husband, and side chick has moved in, and you could say, this is it. I don't know. Look at side chick. I don't know if you know. Let me tell you a little bit about the story. This second story is about. We have a caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, Ajoke. Hi.
Hello, ma. Auntie Tito. Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, ma.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, ma. We are hearing you, ma.
Okay. Please don't. Okay. As regards Damilare's case.
Yes, ma.
I don't think we should put much blame on Mide. Because Mide was also a child. She was an undergraduate when they lost their mom.
Yes, ma.
So, and she abandoned school when her mother died. So I wouldn't know what Shina Peter meant by contributing to Mide's
welfare
of upkeep. Immediately Mide's mom died. That is for me. Yes. There was that interview that Shina Peter actually helped them move them from that one-room apartment to a bigger place. Okay, Shina got them an apartment, ma. That much. Yes, he moved them from their one-room apartment where they were living.
How picky.
Shina supported them. I think talking about Fumi is not an issue now. Fumi is gone. They are so rest in peace.
Amen, ma. Amen, ma.
And putting blame on Mide to coming from a mother's point of view, and I have grown children. Mide is also a child, if you ask me. For me, maybe because I'm a grandmother, Mide is a child. She lost her mother when very young. Putting blame on Sami would be very ridiculous. Because we don't even know what Sami is going through. Sami herself, that's the housewife. Yes, as a wife to Shina Peters. We don't know what she's going through. So talking about Adamaye now, we are ready to support Damilare. Yes, ma'am. As I've always been doing. It's not the time to start blaming Shina. Shina is a musician. He's a musician. Damilare is
is not the only child
Don't be.
abandoned by him. There are so many children. Damilare is lucky because our mom was a star, a lovable one for that matter. So Damilare is very lucky. There are some that, even if they come out, nobody will even listen to what's happening to them. So I think it should be more of helping Damilare, focusing on Damilare, and you should stop blaming either Shina, Mide. Mide was a child. She was an undergraduate. She abandoned school.
Yes, ma, but apart from that, like I said, ma, I understand that very well. But since she got her status in the society, at least she's got a home and she's got a job. And I just believe that, just forgetting about that boy totally was uncalled for.
It's very unfair, and we don't even know what she is going through. We don't know what psychological torture she's going through, what emotional torture she's going through. Okay. We don't know. There are so many things going on that the relatives, Damilare's relatives are not talking about. So if it's about helping the boy, Mide, I'm sure she's going through so much that she cannot even share. I want to believe that. And she must have helped Damilare to a very certain extent. And that industry, the entertainment industry,
yes, ma'am,
is about show off.
Show off, Nima.
It's about make believe. Most of them. There are few people that God had really blessed that are making it, and there are so many that are just struggling to survive, and they just have to be out there. And it's not all those that. That means I don't want to say. I don't want to be quoted, but all that glitters is not gold. Okay, I want you to use your platform.
Yes, ma'am.
To raise funds for Damilare. That's my focus.
Okay, ma'am.
Get in touch with is it Baba Deji? Baba Deji. The uncle, very handsome uncle.
Very, they all look like, very cute. Yeah, they look alike with their pointed nose.
They are jeans. Wow, they are jeans.
Yeah.
So get in touch with him. He said on one platform that Damilare has his own account number.
Yeah, he has his account number and everything. So if we can get it.
Where I saw that Baba Deji video, it was not about raising funds. It was just posted. So use the platform, bring the account number on, then let's help Deji. Then, unfortunately, Shina Peters does not have that authority over Deji.
Decision.
Say what he will do or not.
Yes, ma'am.
He's chartered a course for himself to go into entertainment. And he can still be doing his entertainment.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Nisha. Hey, yeah. Sorry. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Program Mide àti Shina Peters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ìtìjú ló máa torí èmi mọ ẹ̀gbọ́n Shina dáadáa. Torí ọmọ onílé ọlọ́nà mi ní ayé 70 nígbà tí Shina Peters ń ṣeré fún pẹ̀lú bàbá wa Prince Adékúnlé èmi tí mo ẹ̀gbọ́n Shina. Ó lè má rántí mi mọ́. Lẹ́yìn nǹkan tí mo ti ẹ̀fẹ́ fàyọ kan nìyẹn. Mide tó ti jẹ́ superstar kí ló dé tó wọn ṣe mú àbúrò ẹ̀. Yóò ti ń sọ ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ á tọ́jú ẹni tí ò bá tán rárá nà.
Ká má ṣe sọ ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ yes.
Bí o ti ń sọ ọmọ ìyá èèyàn a ti tọ́jú ẹni tí ò tiẹ̀ tán mọ́ wa tí ò bá wa tán rárá. For the fact pé ó wá tán mú ẹ. For me kò sí nǹkan tí ẹ̀gbọ́n Shina fẹ́ sọ kí ló fẹ́ sọ. Pé ọ̀rọ̀ kù síbi kan àṣírí wà it's a man. Kò ojú kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó ní kò ń ṣojú kan ló ń tọmọ nígbà táwọn wà kékeré.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kò ní ìpè kó jáde kó jà máa sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ń bẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àṣírí wà ń bẹ̀ ó tọ́ ni tó bá tọ́ ọmọ tá tí àti ẹ̀ṣú àlùbáríkà tọ́lọ̀ máa fún ẹ because gbàgbọ́ pé ẹ̀sìn ẹlẹ́sìn gan làwọn gan ń sìn ní Nàìjíríà àgbàgbọ́ pé èèyàn là ń tẹríba fún àtẹríba fọ́lọ́run tó bá tọ́jú ọmọ ọlọ́mọ Ọlọ́run á tọ́jú ìwọ náà nǹkan tí ò ní bàjẹ́ lójú ẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
so gbogbo ẹ tó sọ pé àṣírí wà ń bẹ̀ àṣírí kan kò sí àṣírí kankan tó wà ń bí kankan tó ò bá lè tá àbá lágbára tí mi dé gbogbo pariwo Mide Ọlọ́run ti kẹ́ mi ò gbèrò búburú fún o mi ò ní mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ láì dá o Ọlọ́run ti bless ẹ̀ kí ni bọ́ ẹ̀yìn kan fẹ́ jẹ.
tọ́lọ́hun ò ti ṣe fún ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
à ń pọ́n Shina Peters lónìí làbí respect yẹn à ń pọ́n ẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ ń pọ́n wọn lé náà lọ pọ́n wọn lé tí Mide ò bá tọ́jú àbúrò ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á tọ́jú ẹ̀ náà.
ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ ṣe mo ń gbọ́ yín múlẹ̀ ẹ ṣe gan ni.
Ọlọ́run á tọ́jú ẹ̀.
àmín Jésù.
òun sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ kọ́
lọ́lá veracruz.
tẹ́yìn kan bá tọ́jú ẹ̀ ṣé
ọmọ máa di pé ó máa jáde dé pé wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń raise owó fún ṣé ó máa di pé ó jáde wọ́n máa raise owó fún.
It's so disturbing.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
It's so disturbing kí Mide kó di extent kó máa gbé àbúrò ẹ̀ Kúnmi Martins gbogbo ara àmọ́ ńgbà tó ṣì wà ní very pretty woman.
very pretty.
ọ̀rọ̀ wà Nàìjíríà ọjọ́ tó kú ó dùn wá ó dùn gbogbo wa wọ́n bá ní wọn ò tọ́jú ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run àtúnṣe bí ọ̀kan ló tọ́jú ẹ̀ débi tó dé yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣe gan sà.
bí ọ̀kan ló tọ́jú ẹ̀ débi tó dé yẹn Ọlọ́run ọba tó dá wa ó ti mọ ọkọ tó lukaluku máa jẹ tí wọn bá ṣe ẹlòmíì á ṣe tí wọn bá ṣe òun á gbé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó fi Shina Peters tó ju Mide lọ á gbé dìde kí ló fẹ́ gbọ́n wa kí ló fẹ́ jẹ bí ọkọ̀ mọ́ mi ò ṣe lè gẹ́ẹ̀tì nọ́mbà bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ni màá send owó sí.
a máa try láti get in touch pẹ̀lú Baba Deji if we can get him.
No problem.
Kí ló ó tiẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán náà dádì wa ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán náà àṣírí wo ló fẹ́ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ju pé mi kọ́ mo lóyún lọ.
ọmọ tí ò ń sọmọ wa àtọ́jú ọ̀bọ̀ dàgbà ká má ṣẹ̀ṣọ́ ọmọ tó jáde látàbẹ́ èèyàn. gbogbo ètò ìsọ̀rọ̀ kan nǹkan tó kàn dùn mí fún àwọn àjà ni pé tó bá ṣe blọ́gà kájẹ̀dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ òyìnbó tó dá blọ́gà sílẹ̀ gbogbo wa yà nírí àṣírí ara wa ìgbàgbọ́ mi tí ò tẹ̀ nítumọ̀ ẹ máa lọ gbé sórí kinní pé ṣé ká lè rò pé ẹ ti di star àti pé kíni tí ò bá tá méjì tó ò bá lè tọ́jú ọmọkùnrin kí ó kọ́ jókòó ṣègbó wọ́n máa ṣèbí dáàbà fowó lẹ̀ tó wọ́n bá fi wálẹ̀ a máa fowó lẹ̀
a máa padà síbi tá a ti wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
kí wọ́n ní bàbàrà tọ́jú òrírí.
ẹ ṣé gan ẹ ṣé sir God bless you sir thanks for calling. thank you so much. àmín Jésù ẹ ṣé gan ni God bless any nice day. ṣe ti gbọ́ ń sìn ọmọ. kàmpíkì mi ìmọ̀ kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Repeat to me. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Hello, ma.
Ẹ káàsán ma o.
Hello, ma.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Ọlọ́run á máa fún gbogbo wa ṣe ma.
Àmín Jésù ma.
Nǹkan tèmi ní sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Hello.
Yes, ma. À ń gbọ́ yín ma.
Hello.
Hello ma, à ń gbọ́ yín ma, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ ma. À ń gbọ́ yín ma. À ń gbọ́ yín ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Nǹkan tèmi ní sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni pé Mide ni ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dálé lórí because mi mọ bí ìyá èèyàn ṣe máa fi ọmọ lẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ẹ̀kan. À ń sọ pé kò easy bí ó ṣe kó everybody náà ní òye fún oníkàlùkù tèkì tó manage life rẹ̀. èmi tí mo wà ń bí àbúrò mẹ́rin ni mo ní.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ tọ́jú.
Ìyá mi wà, bàbá mi wà, kò ṣe pé bóyá owó wọn lówó lọ́wọ́. Èmi náà tọ́jú wọn níwọ̀nba tí mo lè ṣe. Ọmọ kan tí mi mọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ yẹn ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọ mi ní sùn tí àwọn òbí ẹ̀ ò lágbára.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ help ẹ̀.
Mo ṣe ọ̀pọ̀, mo gbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ èmi náà lọ sílé ìwé. Kò ń ṣe pé kí Mide gbé gbogbo bùkátà ọmọ yẹn at least every month. Wọ́n jẹ́ pé 10,000, 20,000 ló ní every month. Máa send ẹ̀ sí wọn ní sọ pé o ò ṣe kankan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Àṣírí gan ò ní tú síta tó yìí. Àṣírí ò ní tú síta tó yìí. Dé wò pé máa drag màmá yín tó ti kú.
Every month 20,000 every month tó bọ̀ bá ṣe lágbára sí máa send ẹ̀ sí wọn ní sọ pé o ò ṣe rárá tó o ò bá ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ for the past 6 years. In fact Mide disappoint me. Mide ẹni gbàgbé pé torí social media bó ti máa ń ṣe lórí Instagram wọ́n ti máa ń package ara everybody náà ló package ara ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Torí kò ní sẹ́ni tó máa fẹ́ kí wọ́n fọwọ́ rọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
I understand. So Mide Martins ó try láti adjust.
Kó tún àárín òun àtàbúrò ẹ̀ ṣe.
Kó keep peace pẹ̀lú àbúrò ẹ̀. Ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọmọ ìyá ni ọmọ bàbá ló máa ń ya.
Ọmọ ìyá kì í ya, ọmọ bàbá ló máa ń bá tàbí.
Ìyẹn máa ń wà ń bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ ṣe gan.
Kó try
láti ṣe kó ṣàtúnṣe ibẹ̀ yẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, kó ṣàtúnṣe.
Kó ṣàtúnṣe.
Okay ma, ẹ ṣe gan. Ẹ ṣe ma. Hello,
Àjọkẹ́.
Hello ma, ẹ káàsán ma.
Yes, I want to contribute to this topic.
Yes ma.
My own opinion is going to differ from most of your callers.
Yes ma.
And the reason being is that some people say, yeah, they knew when Fumi Martins was dating Shina Peters.
Yes ma.
The bottom line is that we really don't know what's in them. Most Nigerian women, I'm not saying all, they like dating married men. Period. When you get pregnant, this man may tell you, look, I don't want to be responsible for the baby. I'm not looking to have a child with you. Most of these women, I can attest to and say, oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of my child myself. I don't need you to help me to take care of this child. Now the child is here, right? Or they had an issue before. The married man is saying, I don't want a child. The lady is saying, no, I'm on birth control, not knowing she's not on birth control. And the man already told you, I'm not interested in having a child with you. So now we don't know what happened. I personally, I know Shina Peters and I know Auntie Fanny Peters. She's my auntie.
Wow.
So whatever transpired between Fumi Martins and
Shina Peters,
I don't know. So my thing is, for most Nigerian women to close their legs to married men, stop destroying homes.
Kọ́pà dìmọ́.
Ọ̀pá ẹsẹ̀ wọn mọ́, ẹyẹ dalẹ̀ onílẹ̀rú. Ẹyẹ da ilẹ̀rú. I'm a married woman and I've been married for over 30 years. And I know how it is. I know how it goes. Tí wọ́n bá bímọ fún ọkọ mi, mo garanti yín ni, ọmọ yìí ò ní parẹ́ pè mí. Kò sí ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ wọ inú ilé mi. Kò lè wọnú ilé mi. And my husband will not have anything to do with them. Period. That is me. Mi ò mọ̀ fún ẹlòmíì. Ibi tó bá wọ̀ ọ́ gbé mi lọ, I don't care. Ẹ fi ọkọ lọ́kọ sílẹ̀. Yẹ́ ẹ̀sẹ̀ lè mú ilẹ̀ kọ́kùnrin yẹn protect àlọ́ ọkùnrin lẹ́yìn. Ó lè sọ fún ọkùnrin náà fún òun ló bá control. Àti ẹ̀dọ̀ dídé kó fẹ́ trap ọkùnrin yẹn. Àwọn ará òkú ò máa fi oyún òun máa fi bì mú. Mi ò ní nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní wákà tí wọ́n nìyẹn o. Èmi kàn sọ in general. As obìnrin, pápá ìṣọ̀bàjẹ́ fún ọkọ ọlọ́kọ ẹyẹ dalẹ́rú.
Okay, ma.
Now we're saying that Mide Martins, yes, Mide Martins may have a little. How old not Mide Martins? How old is Mide? Is Mide 40? She's not 40 yet. Is she 40? She's not 40. They don't know any responsibilities. We don't know what she's going through.
Take a camera judge fún camera judge Mide.
Come on, judge me there. Why don't we just wait? We're easy to cast blame on people. I want to the marry some you see who women you want. I want to see a color. I want to marry mama see no one mama here she not pick at tele. Take a partition of pick at for you one more funny yawo. One more don't say to Sammy. One more. Yeah, she could have one for talking about the running. She knows now. I mean, this is the bottom line of this. Actually, if I was for it, or the fact that I know that you is that so. If I know that so, say I work at that is different. But so much is so for you to look. Marriage me at your way. You say I work at you, you tell me, there was people, my job, they're on their own, and my job family. And my job changing.
I appreciate you. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Hello, please, can you lower what you are using to listen to us?
Okay.
Hello, caller. Yeah? Eka Soma. I'm going, ma. I go on, ma. Eka Soma. I'm going. Yes.
Shina Peter. What are the same family?
Kí lẹ wí? Repeat nǹkan tẹ́ sọ. Ó ti bí àwọn ọmọ síta tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó fẹ́. Yeah, mo mọ̀ pé àwọn bímọ méjì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Mo ń gbọ́ yín, ó ń yé mi lọ mà. Ké fìlà lọkùnrin tó bá ti dé lórí ni. Lóbìnrin pọ̀ ń ta rẹpẹtẹ. Kọ́lá wa lóbìnrin pọ̀ ń ta ọ̀n wáyà ọ̀n wọkọ̀ pé ká má blame wọn. Wàhálà wà o. Irọ́ ni o. Wípé táwọn kéèyàn kan máa sọ pé kéèyàn bá gbọ́kọ̀.
Nítorí ikú fún mi, wọ́n sì ló jẹ́ kí lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Ikú fún mi má sì torí tó bá wà láyé òun náà ti ṣẹlẹ̀ yàrá sáré túkúrà náà tọ́jú ọmọ.
Ó tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀ o bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìgbà tó dẹ̀ tọ́ ọmọdé lárí tán ni bàbá mọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tó bá pẹ́ fún mi náà ó wà láyé á tọ́jú ọmọ tiẹ̀ náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Gbogbo tó yọ síta ẹlẹ́gà fún mi náà wá sí kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ yàtọ̀ náà kò ní jì náà.
Àmín Jésù ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much for it.
Sísà yẹn ó di bá ọjà gbọ̀n ó kó owó fún Shina Peter fún ọdún fara onílé. Shina Peter gba gbowó ìyàwó pọ̀ fún wa ní sísá ìdí láti fàlù wá sí Nàìjíríà kó o fẹ́ ṣe ìyàwó.
wá Shina Peter tì. Bóyá tó pọ́n fine ni, bóyá tó pé Shina fine ni. Yeah, God bless you, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Àwọn ayé ti bínú gan o. People are vexing. People are vexing, you know. So, nǹkan tí Kọ́lá wa sọ yẹn sìn, ó wá jẹ́ kí n tún wá padà sórí ọ̀rọ̀ àǹtí tà ń sọ ìyàwó side chick yìí. This man pẹ̀lú ìyàwó wọ́n jọ they worked abroad, they were in US and they were living there. They went to Nigeria to build a home, a family home. The wife is a lawyer in the US and she's got a good job. So I think she was the one that had more money in that project. Wọ́n wá kọ́lé, they had twin duplex in Magodo. The long and short of the story is that this man went to Nigeria to settle down and took in a girlfriend in. The girlfriend moved permanently to the family home. Wọ́n jọ ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀, and she became the wife in the house. The wife said she went and met her there, sent her packing. After the wife left again, she went back to the same house. So she became ìyàwó ilé gangan. The wife said all the things in the house wípé òun lòun rà sínú ilé, but side chick, if you see the way side chick was fighting, like.
They cannot stand up against him. What the hell are you for? You are carrying a bastard. You are a bastard bastard. Go send your home. Go send your home. Go send your home. Don't cheat me up for the people. Don't cheat us. Don't cheat us. You cannot protect my home. It's my home. It's my home. It's my home. Oh yeah, it's mine. It's mine. 25 years. Yes. My income taxes. My income taxes. My income taxes. Idiot. Idiot killer. I'm throwing your things out of my bedroom. I'm throwing your. They're fucking you. They're fucking you on the bed. On the bed. Yes, because it's my bed. It's my bedroom.
For a girlfriend, a side chick, to have that liver to talk to the housewife like that, it means a lot. Because I've just been unable to put my head around it. You know, if you see the way, you know, she was fighting tooth and nail, but look, this man is mine too, you know. So funny, yeah?
It's only Viagra for you. I have a younger man. Nothing. You are arrested. I'm waiting for you. If all you do is check, I'm waiting for you. Enough is enough. No, they cannot check you. They cannot check you. Who the hell is to come with that mother? You steal it from justice. Before me, because of me, you did not want to get into justice. I want to clear up your conviction. You were already convicted. You were already convicted. I clean it up. You were convicted. I clean it up for you. You bastard. I've told all your things. I've told all your... Yes. What to do? What to do? Sit down. What to do? You know what you need to do? I'm sorry.
Honestly, whatever the man must have told you, you know, as a side chick, for you to have that liver, or more, you get liver, you get liver. for that Lagos, you get liver. Somebody's home, and you're also fighting so much like me, but you don't even know when they were building the house. He just brought you home. You don't even know anything about that man. And you get that kind of liver to talk to the housewife like that. Omo, you get liver. And this woman is a lawyer. And you can imagine what she said. She said she cleaned the man's mess off in the US. Hey, sometimes you don't even know what is happening between a man and his wife at home. But you're meeting that man and you think he's a big boy. Because he's lived abroad. You know, he has lived abroad, and you believe, but look, he's got money and he has his help. He's brought you into the home. Home, table what you went on your call. What did you go? The man, I think he has eaten a four. The way the man was just watching, like the Dirin Agba. Let me speak in Yoruba. Chabotopani yo di Dirin Agba. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni daddy wa ma ṣe ń wò. Wọ́n dẹ̀ di Dirin sórí ìjókòó. In a home, to epe yawo e lo ejo ṣe wàhálà ni. E wa ni he's now saying I don't want trouble. I don't want trouble. You know. So, you know, it's just my own advice about this is, you know, like I said, like I wrote out, most women and men out here, we are abroad and we know what we are going through at home, here working. For you and your partner, that you build a house together for the family. I think the ladies should be aware of this now, that we have to be very cautious of the kind of properties. If this woman doesn't have her own, you know, documents to show that she's the owner of that house, probably she will lose out totally. She will lose out totally. But because she was smart enough to have her name on the document, she was able to get it back. I cannot authoritatively say she's gotten it back now. But you can imagine if she doesn't have the documents to the house. What happens? If she doesn't have the documents to the house in her name, do you think she will get it back? She'll probably not get it back. She'll probably not get it back. So sometimes it's because we have to be cautious of I know some are just brilliant, they are good, they won't hurt you. But most of these ladies out there, you don't even know what they have, you know, what they have that they can use against on that man. Yeah, she got her things back. She got it back. This was when she went to the house and threw all her things out.
This is Abisoye Bisola Shitabi. This is Kola Wole coming to my house, sleeping with my husband on the same bed. A man that I married in good faith, that is totally in contempt of the marriage. Bringing Bisoye to a bed that I'm sleeping for. I've told Bisoye, don't come to my house. I gave her a cease and desist letter. This is a house we both co-own. We both bought this property together. These are her bra. You see her underwear somewhere. Her underwear, those are her things. All her bleaching paraphernalia, drug paraphernalia somewhere. her cheap jewelry. These are her soups. Whatever she has in my freezer, I threw them away. They are all here. When she comes, you can come and pack her stuff. You are coming to a boyfriend's house and you pack all these things as if you are a wife. You are a demonic snake and you will not take over my house. Ramola, this is it. This is it. My children and I are here. We planned that this house will be a holiday house. We'll be coming here for December. So you cannot constructively, yourself and Abisoi, let us out of this house. Block us out of staying in this house. So we're here. We're here to stay under the NCDC rules. We have nowhere to go. This is the address because this is my home. Bring out the C of O. If you say it's not, bring out the C of O. All my income tax you've been taking for years. And you've been adding it to what you have to pay for the land that we have. So everything, Abisoi, these are your things. When you come, please come and pick your things or tell your boyfriend, Ramola, or whoever it is to you, paramour, husband to be, fiance, whatever. Please tell him to come and pack your things, or you can come and pack your things yourself. But one thing I can guarantee you is, to the extent that I'm here in my house, don't you even dare come close. Don't you even dare come close. I wrote you a cease and desist letter telling you this is my home. I'm now demonstrating what possession, what ownership, exclusive unencumbered ownership. I'm now demonstrating it to you. I know you may not understand that English because you are a mental health support worker. Mamala of London, Hackney, Eric. I heard now you have now used under false pretenses. You packed your load and you moved, lying to the British government that I came to London to terrorize you, which I did not, because London is the most watched country in the world, and especially during these COVID times, they track every visitor that comes in. So you are a born liar. You lie to the British government, to the British government, so that they will give you housing.
So probably this lady too was staying in London before she moved to Lagos to be with another man's husband. Láti lọ gbé bẹ̀. She felt she saw a big man and moved to that house. If you can live in Magodo, you're a big boy now, and a big house like that. So I think that was, she got it wrong, you know.
You lie to them so that they will give you housing. They moved you from Iris and they moved you into the back in borough. The investigators have gotten your address so that they can serve you with the lawsuit, because you know there's a lawsuit. My lawyers have already addressed you people, but you still chose out of stubbornness because you think you are the Mamalawo, you are a snake. You belong to a snake called yourself and your mother. Whatever poison I've given to Tokumbo Daramola, good luck to you. But one thing I can guarantee you is that this house, you cannot own this house. This is my children's inheritance. You will never be a stepmother to my children. Be a stepmother to other children that Tokumbo Daramola has outside, but not to my children. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Since you have made yourself part of this battle, instead of staying away, then I have come to accommodate you. You made yourself a co-defendant. You've made yourself part of this. Then you take what comes to you. And send your mother. I'm using this opportunity to send your mother a message. Mamalawo of London, of Hackney, and of Ikorodu. Abosede, Shitabe, Ni Jacobs, Madam Elizabeth Taylor of Lagos State, married to the 5th husband in January. Married to the 5th husband. Your daughter is only 40-something, married to the 2nd husband, running all over the place with your Sevilla children. Let her, Abisoye, tell your daughter to go and fight for the inheritance in their Sevilla home for her children. She cannot own this one. She cannot bring her bastard children. Her children are represented bastards in the Daramola home. I have no bastard child in this house. I have no bastard child.
The lady in question is as a husband in London.
To those of you that see this and want to judge me,
do you know them?
You will walk and another person will eat. Your children's children and your generation will walk and another person will come and eat it. If they don't eat it, termites will eat it. Anybody that judges me, women in the diaspora especially, you that know how much you work, what the men do. The other day, a sister, Mayowa, screamed because her husband swindled their pharmacy, swindled their money, took it to Benin to go and marry a young girl. All her products that she wanted to use for her cream business, he gave it to the young girl. The young girl opened a cream business and she's selling it on Instagram.
Can you imagine?
There are two types of women. There's a woman that dies in marriage. There's a woman that they kill off and they marry the husband and take their property. And there's a woman that stays alive and fights to the very end. until the enemy skips and runs. The Lord has said to my Lord, sit down and I will make your enemies your footstool. I will not die but live to declare the glory of the Lord in the land of the living. My Lord is a consuming fire and he will consume all of you. You are headless snakes. I'm sure that by now, you now know that it's not everybody that you can kill. Through that, take that to the bank. About the daily cups. If you know.
You can see that this woman stood her ground. That's the woman. That's the first wife, Auntie Abebi. That's the first wife. She went in and packed all Abisoye's things and threw out, and she's the one talking here. You can say that because she knows her right, she stood for her right, and she stood for her children's inheritance. That look, èmi àti ọkọ mi, a jọ ṣiṣẹ́ yìí ni, ẹlòmíì ò ní jẹ iṣẹ́ mi. Do you understand? Because àwọn náà jọ wà abroad, tó jọ ń jẹyà. So she stood her right, and because she was able to get all, she has a document. She has her name in all the properties. If not, where's the husband now? She threw the husband out. They've given the house to her.
That you can do. So you cannot maintain your daughter in one man's house. Shall become a headless snake moving from one place to the other. You yourself, you cannot maintain one marriage from Shita Bay to another, to another, to another, to another. You are a disgraceful element. There's a generational curse upon your head. And you have put it on your children. And your children's children. Bisoye, go to London and Bisoye Shitabi. Mrs. Kolawole, go to London and go and settle your children. Stop leaving children.
She has her own husband. She has her own husband in London. No?
Stop leaving your daughter to pedophile alone in your council flats. Where men have access to her. Stop leaving your son, Simeon, Abi Simon. Stop leaving him to go and join gang. Take care of your children, just like I took care of mine.
Amen. Oh.
Just like I took care of mine. Any arrow you send to my children, I return it back to you 1,000-fold more potent.
Amen.
In the mighty name of Jesus. Look at all her bleaching things. Look at all her bleaching things.
She threw all her things out.
Bleaching and full buckets. Look at all her bleaching things.
She's a very
Black
smart
person,
woman.
Black.
Very smart
so
woman.
Black. And she has bleached. Look at all her fake eyelashes. Fake. Look at all her bleaching things. Still all here.
Madam, stop it. Madam, stop it. Why are you abusing us that we are using our eyelashes? I don't like it too. Look at the eyelashes. Look at the eyelashes. Look at the eyelashes. I love her. She stood her ground though.
You've carried and you have carried. You slept with so many people's wives. Now you have gone to carry a snake. You finished yourself. You have finished yourself. You have finished yourself. I feel sorry for you, but you see, you are a demon. You are a wicked man. We tried to disinherit a wife that worked with him, gave him papers, reversed a criminal conviction on his behalf. Only. Look at the car. I gave you $8,000 to Kumodaramola to buy this car.
Can you imagine?
It has now become your own. Abisoye is driving my car all over town.
Unless there's no God.
Unless there's no God. Unless there's no God. This is my car. This is my car. And by the grace of God, I will get my car back. So that is Halodo. My people. Look at it. If you want to judge me.
If you want to judge her, God sees your heart. Because all of us la wà nínú òyìnbó tá mọ wàhálà táwọn èèyàn ń ṣe. Obìnrin àti ọkùnrin ẹjọ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀. Ẹlòmíì gan, you don't even have any kobo in that property that you guys are building together. But the stress of you are the one taking care of the home while is going to do the work. You know, it's because you're supporting him, and that is why he's able to build that home. How would somebody just come from nowhere? And she was, honestly, the way she was fighting about it, everyone you're calling any.
I'm fighting for my children's inheritance.
You know, the side chick was fighting as if she they built that house together, Anisha. Really. Like they built the house together. Mr. Tomade Muwagun, are you there, sir? I don't know if you are there, if we can still, if you come up. Mr. Tomade Muwagun. So she was fighting seriously as if she's part of them. What you're calling any. Man, I don't know which wish that girl shop. She try you. Just like, wait, no, we built it together. I know about it, ni. You know? Yes, okay, sir. I'll bring you on now, sir. If you can request me now, sir. Don't just share ni lo oyinbo tí ò sí kankan in cold snow.
Because she lied to the judge that they have reduced her salary. No, that's not true. You can't pay child support.
Can you imagine? She's a big witch. She's doing as if she knows. Look at her. Look at her in that home. See the way she's opening her bum bum. Hey Joe, is this girl badu? She get you badu. She was fighting, opening her bum bum. I can't leave her. I can't leave her in somebody's house. Look at her. When the police asked her to go out of that house, that woman owns the house. Christy, welcome aboard. When the police came and said she should go out of that house, that woman owns the home, it has been established that she owns the house. She said, you two, you bring guests into this house. That Amola has right to bring guests into this house. Oh, me ni lo say, and she was opening her bum like mad woman. Somebody's home. Everybody out there know about Shane Solo. See her. The side chick was fighting her. I can't imagine a side chick fighting like that. Anyway, we are going to invite our lawyer in now. His name is where is the house? Is in Magodo, Lagos, ma. We are going to invite Mr. Tomademu Wagun in. He's a lawyer. He can still talk to you about, about what is going on. I don't know if he has any idea about, owning a property with your partner and what it takes, but mostly he's going to talk to us about how to legalize your stay in the UK with this new EU UK leaving the EU. So he's going to talk to us about it. Let me bring him in, Mr. Tomademu Wagun. Today. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir.
Good afternoon. In fact, it's okay. Program was a bit traumatizing.
Sir.
So, warning, caveat enter, buyers beware.
Buyers beware.
So some of those programs were traumatizing for me, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Next time, I get come and look.
Our gentle people.
Sir.
But honestly, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great
job. Thank you, sir.
You're doing a great job. All you want me to do this evening is just to address the EU settlement scheme.
Yes, sir.
EU settlement scheme. And maybe I will touch a little bit about owning a property. Joint ownership is called.
Joint ownership of property with your partner.
Just touch it because I didn't prepare. But I can just touch what it means to have a joint ownership and what it means to be a benefactor of the property. You might be directly a joint owner of the property, but if you live in the property, you can also have an interest in the property. Because that lady, she might not be a joint owner of that property, but she can have an interest in the property based on the relationship. That is what people don't know. The law can be very cruel at times. For example, if you want to buy a property, they ask you to list all the names of the adults that lives in that property.
that property.
So they want to know the interest of all those adults that lives in that property. And you notice that they will send a form out to those adults to sign their own interest in that property. They are not paying towards the property, but they live in that property. So, for example, you and your husband, you're living in the property belongs to you, might belong to your husband, or it might belong to you. But if your husband wants to pay for the property, your husband has to feel that my wife lives in the property, there's another adults that live in the property, and what is their interest in that property. So everybody has to say, if not, they become tenants have rights. People need to know. The fact that you scored somewhere, side chick or not, if she lives in the property, she begins to have rights. If you put somebody in your person begins to have rights. So people need to know that. You don't just,
somebody's asking, are you talking about the UK or Niger?
Well, even the Nigerian law, because the UK law, the Nigerian law copies the UK.
Our law here.
So, but in land ownership, there's something we call interest. You know, so many things are involved when it comes to land, properties. Your name might not be on the title deed, but you might have contributed in one way or the other. If people can prove it, so people should be very careful from legal point of view. So, but it's always good when your name is on the property. Then
it's always good.
Yeah, you have a legal title to the property. However, the fact that your name is not on the property doesn't mean you don't have an interest in the property. If you can prove yourself, let me give you an instance.
Okay, sir.
For example, if a man should die and he owns a property and is married to a wife and you've not divorced, legally that property can transfer to that woman. So people will know, say, we've gone our separate ways, we don't know.
Separate ways, they are not together again, but because they are still legally married.
Yeah, but automatically, when you die, your interest, if you die intestate, if you die without a will, with a will, you can will your property to a dog or whatever, anybody, and your wife might not have automatic interest. She can fight for her own interest. She can fight for an interest in the property based on the fact that she's married.
But it's very advisable for people like us living here abroad that our partners will decide to go and build houses in Nigeria. It's advisable for them. What do you advise for?
Well, if you're buying a property together with your husband or with your wife, but make sure you have a joint name in the property.
Joint name on it.
But you see, part of the problem also in these countries, if you are buying a property here, if, for example, you are buying a property, it's your money, and your husband is not donating towards that property to put his name on the title deed, your husband may not automatically have an interest in the
right
property
on it.
Because the property is in your name, because it's your husband, and if you're legally married, if anything happens to you, because you're the next of kings, and if you die without a will, that property can transfer. So if you die without a will and you died without a family, because look at how the law works. If you have a property and you're not married, or maybe you're a single guy, you're not married, and you die without a will, okay, your family automatically should inherit that property. But if they can't trace your family, the state takes over the property. The property becomes the property of the queen. If they can't trace anybody, so they have to go and trace your generation and see who is next to your heir. Who is your next of kin? That's why next of kin is very important.
Very important.
Any form to fill, and they say, who is your next of kin? Whoever you put there, we entitle everything you have, both your debts and your benefits. So don't just stand for next of kin for people, because if they are owing, automatically everything transfers to you. And if they have a lot of property, things also can
transfer to you. That's good. Thank you, sir.
But let's come to EU settlements.
EU settlements. You guys that want to come here, or you have been living here, you want to regularize your stay, it's time for you to listen to Mr. Dimwago.
Well, EU settlement scheme. I don't know, maybe you've been speaking a lot of English tonight, so maybe I will speak more.
No, you can go ahead. English, Yoruba, we are all
EU settlement scheme. Before 31st of December 2020, 11 p.m. 31st of December 2020. The United Kingdom is a member of the EU. After the 31st of December 2020, the United Kingdom left the EU. So we Brexit, that is what is called Brexit. So we left, we've gone, no longer part of the EU. So that means when we were part of EU,
yes, sir. Go on, sir.
28 member states, including 2 extra, which is Switzerland, Norway, who are part of the free movement scheme. Now we're talking about EU immigration now. So
yes,
what happened is, before the 31st of December, if you are an EU citizen from any of the 28 countries, you can come into the United Kingdom to live, to work, to study, to use the hospital. If you come and live here, and we call it, if you come and live under what they call the treaty rights. For our Yoruba audience, any EU countries, maybe any other EU, United Kingdom, first of December. After 31st of December, now you know we are in February now.
Yes, sir.
It's no longer automatic for you to come to the UK if you have to live and to work and to exercise treaty rights. Treaty right has gone. Treaty right has gone after the 31st of December 2020. But if you belong to any of those EU countries,
yes, sir,
come and visit and stay for 90 days and go back to your country. But you can no longer live here and work
legally.
Here, go to school here. If you want to live here, work here, go to school here, do everything here, you have to apply like any other person from Nigeria, from Togo, from America, from anywhere. It's no longer automatic.
It's no longer automatic.
If you're from any EU country to come and live, stay, and work here. The only people that have automatic right to live in the UK now, if you are from the EU, is Irish people. If you have the Irish passport, because of the common.
Our Irish show, our Irish show.
So because of the common agreement.
Yeah, Good Friday agreement.
If you have Irish passport, you can still live in the UK, work in the UK, and settle in the UK. But if you are from Italy, if you are from Germany, you all of the EU countries, you can't come into the UK and live and work after the 31st of December. Okay?
Wow.
So that is for the people living in the people that wants to come in now. They can't come again. If they want to come, they have to come like any other citizens of the world. Like Nigeria, they have to apply for their visa to come and live and work here, work permit and all that.
Okay,
but
what about those that have been living here before?
Come to those ones now. Okay. If you have been living in the if you can not in fact, if you come 31st of December last year, and if you prove that you're already in the country before we Brexit, you can apply for EU settlement scheme.
Okay.
So that EU settlement scheme is very straightforward. You can do it yourself. You can meet a lawyer. There's an app for it. Very easy to do. All you need to do is, if you're an EU, you're already in here. You have Irish passport. You have Italian passport. You have the German passport. You have France. So you go to the www.uk gov.uk website, make the applications, or you use there's an app for it. You make the application, download your form, upload everything. That's it. You apply. If you are from these EU countries, you have until the 30th of June 2021 to apply. So
2000 June
30th of June 2021. If you're already in before 31st of December last year, and you have Spanish passport, Italian passport, all those passports, and you have not applied, you have up to 30th of June to apply.
Even for the Irish citizens.
No,
too.
well, no Irish, because you already we have a common agreement with you, so you are exempted.
Okay, right there.
Yeah, you are because there's a common agreement between EU and between UK and Irish.
But all others that have been living here should register by.
They will register. Yeah. We call it settlement status or resettlement status.
Okay, sir.
If you are from all these European countries and you've been living here for 5 years, you apply for what they call settlement status. How do I be indefinite leave to remain? If you are 5 years here, you will get settlement status, which we call indefinite leave to remain. Outside the EU. But if you've lived here for less than 5 years, you get what they call pre-settlement status.
Okay, sir.
You've been for 4 years. Italo. T1 entitled to indefinitely to remain about 5 years. So 4 years, pre-settlement status. So pre-settlement status, because indefinitely to remain, you're going to 5 years. Lori scheme here. Oluka kuyato. But Lori scheme here. 5 years. Not that to marry. 5 years. Ni root one.
No,
ni root. So okay now. Ka assume that night, 31st night, that will cross to that will left that will Brexit. But wani lui lojo yen. But I think be lui tele boya travel to the bimo bereavement because one person go to make application come apply because God forbid pé on kan lọ sí Naija tó jẹ́ ó lọ sí ilé ó lọ anywhere ìjọ talk Brexit and you are not around, but when you return back tí ọkọ tó bá ń padà bọ̀ sí kò yẹ kó padà wá as EU mọ́ because a ti jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ tó lójú ń bí wọ́n gbà tó bá lọ jìnnà for more than 6 to 12 months tó fi jáde yẹn bí kò tí ń gbé nǹkan kan wá ṣẹlẹ̀ wá lọ bímọ ọ lọ kàwé ọ lọ ṣe nǹkan kan wọ́n jẹ́ kó padà wọlé as àwọn tó gbé kó tí ń gbé bí gbàtà cross. Okay? Our EU, they're very, very good to these EU people. Definitely to remain. Our tawali outside the EU tele is 2,300 and something pounds. By indefinitely to remain.
Wow.
I did a program long time ago on indefinitely to remain, and it's very expensive. Omometa oko atiyawo, don't have to apply for indefinitely to remain. It's over £10,000.
Wow.
I think we need to have a program on indefinitely to remain.
On that, please, because people really want to know.
So how much it costs. It costs a lot of money. So many people and people take loans and credit card to be.
Wow.
So it's very expensive. So I think maybe one of our programs we do
that.
So that is for EU settlement scheme. EU settlement scheme of any.
Wow.
So good. Then ele tí mo pé kó tó di pé wọ́n kúrò ní EU yẹn ẹ lè gbé àwọn relative yín wá bóyá màmá yín uncle.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tó bá lè ṣe pé wọ́n depend lórí tẹ́ ṣe ní EU passport. They bá prove. Many people can prove pé ẹni yẹn depend lórí wọn. So but why pé tin send wọn lówó ẹ tin sọ pé ẹ̀yin náà depend lórí ẹ lè fún wọn ní ìwé nígbà tó ṣe wà ìyẹn ti close nsìn. EU tó bá ń gbé bí sìn tó ní settlement status yẹn kò lè lọ gbé ìyá àti bàbá ẹ̀ wá bó ṣe
bẹ́ẹ̀ wá mọ́.
Because tó bá fẹ́ gbé wọn wá àwọn náà máa lọ bí
wọ́n máa apply bí normal pé
èèyàn yín wà nìyẹn tí wọ́n ti yàn yín kúrò. Ẹ wá wo ibi tí EU settlement tún fi dá. Tẹ́ bá wá through EU settlement yìí tẹ́ bá fi ìlú sílẹ̀ ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀bí pé ẹ ti jẹ́ ẹ wá láti Italy or ẹ wá láti Spain ẹ ti wá wà níbí wọ́n ti wá fún yín ní
status.
Èèyàn kan béèrè question kan one of the husband, aha, you can somebody pay once over £10,000. Like,
Wow.
very expensive. Elomi is 15,000. I want to know. So meanwhile, if I want you free. So it is very, very, very unfair. Any another day. So on this EU settlement scheme, why do she really done it? Because Tebani indefinitely leave to remain. Because walati. Because okay, Irish so you understand.
I'm sure.
You know to walati Nigeria or to wallet in any other country, maybe outside the EU. Don't buy indefinitely to remain one, not through the EU settlement scheme. Tomba fee, Louis, if they leave the UK for more than 2 years, automatically one lose indefinitely to remain here.
Wow.
So Tomba fe padawa, one apply for returning resident. One apply for visa and lati pada, one ko bank statement, one ko everything, because I want to pay pada.
I want to apply.
Yes, but Tomba one in returning resident. But meanwhile, I want EU here, one for only 5 years. Lati so pe àwọn lè gbé nta. Then back status one for our 2 years, one for 5 years. To ban EU settlement scheme o kon decide o kon lọ gbé Naija for 5 years. They have 4 years, 8 months, 10 months ko padà wá. Question kankan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. But tí wọ́n bá wá through indefinite leave to remain tó jẹ́ pé o EU scheme 2 years ni tó bá lo more than 2 years tó bá fẹ́ wà lọ sí embassy lọ apply for visa wà lọ apply as returning resident ó dẹ̀ ṣòro láti prove pé kó máa ní pé wọ́n fẹ́ rí income ẹ̀ pé everything, so you have to be very careful about that. But tó bá jẹ́ dependent bí pé ẹni tó fẹ́ then tó ní passport to Spanish passport Italo or French passport tó wá síbí as ìyàwó ọkọ ẹni tó ní passport ẹ ṣe wọn pípa mi ọkọ àti àwọn lè máa jọ ní passport kó yẹ pọ bẹ́ẹ̀ni ìyàwó jẹ́ Naija ọkọ jẹ́ Ghana ọkọ jẹ́ ìlú mi ó máa fóun náà ní pre-settlement status yẹn as dependent ẹni tó passport yẹn so kóun náà tó lè gba indefinite to me alọdún márùn ẹ pé alọdún 5 years ẹ pé so tó bá gba ẹ wo bí tí EU settlement ti kẹ́ ń fi dá o tó bá fi ìlú sílẹ̀ tí òun bá gba settlement status ti ẹ̀ tí à ń pè ní indefinite to me as family member ó lè fi ìlú lẹ̀ fọdún 4. Jẹ́wọ̀n pé ó ti ju ọdún 2 ti àwọn náà tòun lè lọ fún ọdún 4 kó padà wọlé. Then I think then finally lórí EU settlement scheme yẹn ẹ lè lọ sí university ẹ lè kàwé ẹ lè gba NHS.
You still have, because it's a public fund. Yeah.
Then finally tẹ́ bá fi pé ẹ ti gba ẹ ti ṣe 5 years ní tẹ́ wá ló ti orí skin tẹ́ fẹ́ di British ẹ lè di British
after 5 years.
ẹ lè apply for naturalization. But they might need to naturalize. So that is the only time the EU people must reapplication money. Somebody apply for naturalization. You know, it's Irish in sin. And they like to apply for British citizenship to 5 years. So, but they must share English testing and they must share life in the UK testing. They now apply for naturalization, which is about 1,000 plus. So, Irish, British.
There's another question. If you have any question to ask the lawyer, please you can call in on that number pinned down. Do we have the number? I don't think we have the number pinned down, is it? It's not pinned down again. Where is admin? Can you write out the number again? Our admin daily. So if we can get the number, if you have any questions to ask the lawyer about your immigration thing, anything about immigration, coming to live in the UK and all that, you can call him now and he will leave his details anyway. But there's a question I want to ask, sir. If somebody that's EU and the person lives here and he wants to marry somebody that is non-EU, that person doesn't have paper, how does he do it? Will they grant the person stay or something, you know.
Yeah. For a while, for so many years, I think that's about 2004. So, ní right, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ marry, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gba approval. Tí ẹ bá níwèé, tí ẹni tí ò níwèé yẹn, ó máa gbọ́dọ̀ gba approval láti Home Office.
Kò yé mi. So, ẹni tí ò níwèé,
tẹ́ni bá fẹ́ marry sí, tẹ́ bá níwèé, bóyá tẹ́ bá níwèé, any indefinitely to remain or any all you need to do is to go to the registry. On notice, and they don't marry. Tí ẹni tí ò bá ní indefinitely to remain, tí ò ní British passport, tí ò ní
any state,
ẹni tí ò ní settlement yẹn, tí ò ní ìwé yẹn, ó gbọ́dọ̀ gba permission láti Home Office pé òun fẹ́ marry.
Wow.
So for example, pé o kò lè marry tó o bá ní residence. Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ lè marry. How many people there máa fi ń gbàwé? So now I got a permission lọ́wọ́. So ó máa le fún
ẹni tí ò níwèé láti ṣe wedding.
Not wedding. Ọ̀tọ̀ fi block àwọn
ọ̀nà yẹn nìyẹn.
Ìyàwó ṣe wedding yẹn. So ó tó rẹ̀ lè máa.
Okay, tí irú èmi tí mo níwèé sí, tí bá fẹ́ lọ fún èèyàn níwèé sí, ṣé mo lè lọ sí irú ìlú mi kí n fún ẹni yẹn, kí n ṣe marriage pẹ̀lú ẹni yẹn, kí wàá mú wọlé?
Yes, yeah. Bí pé ẹnìyàn kan sìn, ṣẹ́rí history, immigration history were very, very important. Because bí pé ṣẹ́rí tí ẹni tó bá fẹ́ múyàn wọlé, tẹ́ni ẹ bá wà ní ìlú.
Sorry, sir. I think I'm calling. Sorry, sir. Caller. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. We can hear you. Hello, sir. Okay, go on, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Question ni pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà ń sìn anyway, ẹ fẹ́ marry èèyàn. Ó depend ibi tẹ́ni pé tí ò níwèé o. Ó dẹ̀ depend lórí history, immigration history ẹni yẹn. Tẹ́ni ẹ tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fẹ́yàn sìn, tẹ́ni ẹ bá ń gbé ní Nàìjíríà, ó ń gbé nílùú mi, kò tí wá sí. Ó wà more easy fún.
Okay.
Because ẹ lè lọ sí Nàìjíríà, ẹ lọ registry.
Ẹ ṣe marriage pẹ̀lú ẹ̀.
Ẹ fẹ́. Ẹni àwa lọ ṣe àwọn test tó yẹ kó ṣe, a ṣe tuberculosis test, a ṣe English test, a ṣe gbọ́n tó yẹ kó ṣe. Then only financial requirement tẹ́yìn gbọ́dọ̀ ní kẹ́ tó lè gbẹ́ni yẹn wọlé.
Okay. Like ṣé mo gbọ́dọ̀ bí mo níṣẹ́ àbí tí n bá ṣiṣẹ́ rárá ńkọ́?
Kò ní lọ.
Mi lè invite èèyàn.
Ẹ ní lè gbé ọkọ yín wọlé. Wọ́n ti fi yẹn náà dí àwọn kan ni. Minimum tẹ́ máa gbọ́dọ̀ ní 18,000, I think about 18,600 or so. Láti lè gbé ọkọ yín yẹn wọlé, iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe. So for example, tẹ́ bá tún wá ní ọmọ, bí pé ní relationship yẹn ní ọmọ, owó yẹn tún lọ sókè. So wọ́n fi àwọn kíní yẹn, wọ́n fi block àwọn gbogbo àwọn loopholes.
Loopholes tó ti mọ̀ báwo èèyàn fi ń gbàwé.
Pé wọ́n kọ̀ rí ọ̀kan kì í mọ́lẹ̀ ó fẹ́ wọ́n apply pé spouse ẹni. But there are still ways tẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá fẹ́yàn gan, tẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá lè prove relationship yín and all those things. But most people, what most people want to say, ni pé tí wọ́n bá níwèé, tí wọ́n bá níwèé, or tí àwọn bá bí pé for example sìn, ẹ wà ní relationship pẹ̀lú èèyàn, ẹ lè fẹ́ra nítorí wọ́n níwèé. Tọ́ mi sìn, ẹ̀yin wá bímọ. Ṣé òkú tẹ́yìn bá ti bímọ yẹn, automatically ọmọ yín British ni. Bàbá ò níwèé o. Ṣé mi sìn? Wọ́n wá lo ọmọ yẹn láti apply fún ìwé. Tọ́rọ̀ mi yẹn ń sìn.
Ó ti yé mi sà. So ọmọ yẹn lọ́wọ́ fi apply fún ìwé.
Ẹjọ́ ń gbé lépọ̀ o. Bẹ̀tẹ̀ yín lẹ níwèé, ọkọ yín ò níwèé.
Okay.
Ẹ wá bímọ. Ṣé ọ̀pọ̀ lè kọ́ lè gbọ́ ọkọ yẹn bẹ̀ nítorí wọ́n ti wá bímọ, ẹ ti wá lè fọmọ yẹn apply. Àwọn yẹn tún ń lò yẹn. Tún lò yẹn. But tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ó máa ń wà very easy. Ìyàwó yẹn lákọ̀ fi but wọ́n ti block ẹ̀. So tẹ́ bá fẹ́ marry yàn tí ó bá ti wà sí ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ tún wà wò sí ohun tó tún wà le tí ẹni tó ti wà níbi sí tó ti lọ overstay tó wá lọ sílé tẹfẹfẹ tó lẹ ti jọ ń gbé níbi tó wá lọ sílé pé
ìwà ṣe wàá fẹ́ lọ fẹ́
wá nítorí ó ti overstay wọ́n lè má jẹ́ kó padà.
Wow.
Because ó ti already breach immigration rules.
No rules, yeah.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn kinní yẹn wọ́n wà ìlú bí wọ́n lè ní pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn pé òkè ó fẹ́ lọ regularize paper ẹ̀ wá nǹkan ẹ̀ bímọ nǹkan but wọ́n wà very very strict. Wọ́n wà very very strict. I think on the EU stuff.
Sorry, there's another question, Sema Binu. If somebody is in Spain, like when you're in Spain, living in Spain, and Koniwe, like a mini way sing, but I am not working. Is it possible to invite that kind of a person when you yourself you're not working? Will anything come out of it?
Once you are not working, you have reduced your chances. Once you're not working, everything depends on your financial status.
Okay.
You want to invite somebody as a visitor, you first sponsor only, you want to bring your husband, you want to bring your son, you want to bring your daughter. Because the state does not want anybody to come and depend on them. You are already
on them.
You say you want to go and bring somebody in. We are looking after you, we are taking care of you. So why will you go and give us more burden? So the chances is very, very slim. You won't get the visa. You won't get it. If you want to invite, if I want to invite my auntie to come and visit my new baby, what is the requirement, please? Very straightforward. If you must be a resident, you must have good bank account, 3 to 6 months. Show that you have a place that your auntie is going to live and all that. And you can contact me. I can do the application for you.
Contact him. What's your number, sir?
Write.
Say your number out or write it out. I can be able to.
I can do the application for you if you want me to do it for you. I can do the application for you.
Mr. Ademwa, we can do application for you if you are inviting people in. You want to do it the right way, so that because sometimes it's the way we write out our application for people to come in. No, she might reject them, but if you can do it the right way, it's better to seek for advice from people. Hold on. Hello, sir.
Hello, Kola. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon,
Hello.
sir. Yeah.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
We're fine. Can you reduce what you are using to listen to us? So that, yeah.
Now, I have a question for the Lana gentleman.
No.
Can you hear, lawyer? Can you hear him?
I can hear now.
Thank you for this opportunity. I have 1 or 2 questions for the Lana gentleman.
Can you hear? Yeah. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Go on.
I think I have 1 or 2 questions for the Lana gentleman. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear you. Go on, sir. So my question, number one is, does it mean from the level I listened to, does it mean you can, before, if you are a non-British, okay, you, for example, you've been there for over 5 years, does it mean you cannot go ahead to apply for naturalization? Naturalization, are you hearing me?
Yeah, yes. You can. You can.
You have to go through getting indefinite stay. Indefinite leave to remain, how you call it.
Yeah.
Well, my question, let me repeat, let me explain it. Does it mean you cannot, if you EU, for example, and you have lived there for let's say 8 years, 10 years, okay? Normally, from my understanding, I just want to clarification. You can apply for British naturalization after 5 years.
Yes.
But does it mean now the process of ILR must go through before you cannot go for naturalization? Does it mean that?
Yeah. Let me explain to you. If you are EU settlement, once after living here for 5 years, once you have your settlement status and you want to change your EU citizenship or you want to become dual citizenship, you can apply for naturalization. You can apply for naturalization. Do you get it?
So you don't have to go. You don't have to go through the indefinite.
Your settlement status is the same with indefinite leave.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
But that is the one. You talked about.
Hello?
Okay. Now, my second question is this. The process of going through the application, if one involves you as a lawyer, how long does it take for the naturalization process? And what is it about the test for English and living in the UK, or what do you call it? There are two things you have to go through. A kind of an assessment. What is it about?
Yeah. Life in the UK test is like the British history. Like the history of this country, where is all the histories, how this country, what is this country all about? So that is what it's a book. You go to H.W. Smith, you can get the book. I think it's about £10 or £20, whatever. Go and buy it there. In fact, you don't even need to apply for naturalization before you even read that book. Go and read it. I read the book about 11 years ago when I did mine. So go and read it.
That's good.
Go and read the book. Go and read it. Just read it. It's knowledge about the English culture, history. You read it and the exam objectives. So go and read it. You need to pass the exam, even though you are EU. You will pass that exam and you pass your English exam. Then you are
before you can, get naturalized.
If you don't pass those two exams, forget it. And that is the only time when you are EU that you pay big money, as in a naturalization fee. Every other thing EU is more or less like free. You just
like
pay everything, to be honest. So I'm sure I answered the question there, sir. But
yeah,
if you are non-EU, let's say you are from Nigeria, Togo, America, all those places, you marry a British woman or you marry a British man, you apply for indefinite leave to remain after 5 years. When you get indefinite leave to remain, you have to wait for 12 months to remain before you apply for your naturalization, which is your citizenship.
Okay, I think it's gone. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Do you know this is different now? You have to wait.
Yeah.
Outside.
It's gone off now.
Okay.
Okay. That's good. Any other thing that we need to know on, naturalization, EU, coming to the UK to live legally or living here? What can we do where we don't have papers, sir? That is it now. I mean, that's the only question that I have. What can we do if we don't have paper and we are living here?
What you can do,
So, bóyá táwọn èèyàn bá dẹ̀ ní ìdíyín nìyẹn, wọ́n máa pè é for it. Because I know nothing for free here.
Àṣírí ọbẹ̀ àbájẹ
àṣírí ewé àbí ká fi sábẹ́ ewé.
Nǹkan tó gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ dùn, ajílómọ́tò tó ń lò wọ́n ní sọ fún yín.
Wọ́n ní sòótọ́ yẹn ló wà for where.
A lè gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ fún ọ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Báwo ni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, I know. Ètò tí ẹ ń ṣe fún wa yìí gan ọbẹ̀ ni. We thank God. We thank you so much. If there's any other person that wants to ask him any question, you can call in. And it's on now. If you have any question to ask, you can ask. I think, Shadi, if you don't buy it, Mr. Damilare.
Yes, I think. Yes.
Ó funny, mi ò dẹ̀ ẹni tó ń pè. Ó dẹ̀ blank. I don't know where the call is coming from. It's not showing any call. Oh, they ring. So
maybe it's no caller ID. So
no, it's not even. I can't even pick the call. We got here. Okay, motivation. Hello, sir.
Hello, I just have to call back.
Okay, your line went off.
I'm listening. I listened to, and I now know the difference between the two. Well understood. Thank you for the very comprehensive explanation. Now, I want to briefly too, ask you a question regarding initially, even though today's platform is not supposed to be for that, but if you can just give a little bit of explanation regarding the issue of the interest in the property you mentioned earlier. Okay? And it's interesting because, you talk about when the madam brought up the issue about the Daramalas or whatever, where you now said in the property, it's taking into consideration the interest of one or two, or one of the residents too. So in a case of this nature, this scenario of the Dalamala, whereby the legal wife, and like in the Western world, most mortgages of property are jointly owned, most cases, because individually cannot most of the time.
Hello?
Can we have Mr. Ademuwagu's number, please?
Mr. Ademuwagu's number. Okay.
I'll put it on.
His number is here. Can you call it out, Mr. Ademuwagu? Somebody is asking for your number.
079.
079.
Also, please.
Okay, you want to write it down? People are asking for his number. How do I pin it down? If I can pin your number down, Mr. Ademuwagu, I don't know. Okay. Is that your number?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I've pinned his number down. Hello, ma'am.
All right.
His number is there now. I've pinned it down. Yes. Thank you very much.
I think somebody is asking me a question there. He said,
yes, he was asking you a question about, Mr. Diamolas.
Before the Mr. Diamolas, somebody is asking a question. Say, what is the requirement if I want to adopt my niece from Nigeria? You dealt with that last week.
And maybe the person wasn't here.
Well,
the person should call you.
Last week's program. I think that will answer your question for Omoba. The last program states about adoption, how you can adopt from Nigeria.
Yeah, you can go and watch the last program, and then you'll be able to understand how to go about it. And if you need any support from Mr. Ademuwagu, or you want to, you can call him privately, and he will do it with you. His number is pinned down now.
What is somebody saying if someone is being deported and the person wants to come back, they have seen someone who is British and is willing to marry the person, how many years can the person who is deported use before they can come back if the British person marries her? 10 years. If they deport you, 10 years.
Wow, you wait 10 years after deportation before you can come into that country again.
I said they fight it, but it's 10 years. They banned you. That is for Christiana.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on, sir.
Yeah. Okay, somebody said here that is your charge too much, because that is what I don't. That's why I don't use Nigerian lawyers. I don't like it when people say Nigerian lawyers. That is a discriminatory word.
You see now.
I'm a UK.
Go on, sir. Talk.
I'm a UK qualified lawyer. So when you say Nigerian lawyer, you are discriminating against me based on my ethnicity. You are discriminating against me based on my ethnicity. Because I'm a Nigerian doesn't mean that is prejudice. That is prejudice. If you want to consult somebody, consult them for their expertise, their knowledge. It's like going to the hospital and saying, I don't want a
white doctor, or I don't want a black nurse.
I don't always use Nigerian doctor, Indian doctor, those things. That means you are prejudiced. And please stop that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay. So they said, they hope you are not too expensive.
Well, I'm not expensive. If I will even say, to be honest with you, most like somebody even replied, say English lawyer are more expensive. The funniest thing about legal practice, you can do ordinary, maybe sworn affidavit or sworn declaration, right? For £50 or £100 in a firm, you go to high, expensive law firms, they can tell you £3,000. So, depend on how expensive the firm is. If it's a very expensive firm, they're not cheap. But you can get some of those same job from a cheaper law firm. But go, even the big firm, we won't have time. So I think what matters is make sure that whoever you're dealing with is an expert, whatever they are doing. Make sure they have the knowledge. Don't look at their ethnicity. Don't look at their accent. Don't look at their race. Make sure they know it. Because we talk, I don't want to use the word, some white colleagues are not as knowledgeable than some black colleagues. But because we are prejudiced, we tend to look down where we come from.
Where we come from.
We tend to look at someone as if be okay because I don't sound, I'm not speaking an English accent.
You're not British. Yeah. You're not British. You're not British.
The funniest thing is, I'm with my people more now. So maybe when I'm with my English colleagues, my accent do change. So, but I know you can understand. Most of my audience can understand me. So sometimes I should be more original, isn't it? That is, I'm Nigerian before I'm a British. So why should I be proud of being? So you must be proud of your heritage.
Of where you're coming from.
But if somebody is saying Nigerian lawyer, Nigerian doctor, when I'm qualified, when the Nigerian doctor is qualified. The one you call in Nigerian lawyer is a UK qualified lawyer. So why? But you have some shady lawyers that obviously collect money from people, don't do the job or things like that. But you should deal with those people rather than categorizing everybody. Like
everybody as the same.
Nigerian church, this Ghana church, this, that. You know, I think we should stop some of those our prejudice. I know we're as a message, but why don't you deal with people one-on-one rather than categorizing everybody as if so that person, please, you've touched my button.
Emma Binusa. Sorry about that.
It's just educating people generally that.
Yes, it's just
with an English lawyer. I won't come and say all the English lawyers are too expensive or they're not. That particular lawyer, that firm is not good enough or not satisfied. But we should be proud of
ourselves.
Be proud.
Look at Dr. Ngozi Uweala. Dr. Ngozi. You see, we should be proud of ourselves.
Exactly.
You know?
And even the white colleagues, they were fighting against her. Trump was against her. People were fighting everything, but she came out on merit. So the fact that somebody is a Nigerian doesn't mean they are less qualified than a white counterpart. I know that person is saying I have a bad experience with them. Yeah, you can have a bad experience. So, but deal with that person you have a bad experience with. Don't catch.
You can have a bad experience with anybody. It could be a white.
It could be a white.
Lawyer too.
Yeah, it could be a white.
Anybody, don't mind me. It depends on that person you're working with. You had the experience with.
Yeah.
Does that mean all the white lawyers are bad, or does that mean all the black lawyers are bad? It depends on that person.
So please, what's her name? Faye. Please, Faye. Let's patronize each other. Faye. Let's because most. To be honest with you, most what do they call it? White colleagues might not watch this program. They might watch it, they might not. But most of the people that are watching your audience are mostly Africans. Or
they are blacks like you. They are your people.
People have called me from South Africa. They've called me from Italy. They've called me from Nigeria. They've called me from all over the world from this program. And it shows that the program reach out to a lot of people.
To lots of blacks that are,
proud of ourselves. And we face a lot of prejudice at work. Some of our colleagues are already,
talking down on us. So, not for us ourselves.
Yeah, because of my ethnicity, I'm not being promoted so quickly like my work colleagues. My junior colleagues are promoted quicker than me. I'm already facing prejudice. Then, coming to your own.
From my own people too, the same thing now.
You know what? Because we live in a society that prejudice for black people, and you see all these Black Lives Matters, they know what they're talking about. Prejudice is much, especially if you want to go into management. If you're just practicing, you're making your money, you don't have problem. For you to be a black solicitor or a black barrister, and for you to get a contract in a good firm, forget that, you're going to go through fire. No matter,
wow.
You have your brain, because it's prejudice, and the prejudice are so subtle. And it is the system, and the system knows. They prefer to use you to work as a nurse. They prefer to use you to work as even the doctors is because they don't have enough. So these are truth. These are truth. They are shortage skills. When they are short, they come for you.
That's when they will use you.
So please, I don't know why we deviated somehow.
Hey, sorry, sir. Hey, sometimes it touches things that we don't even know we will touch, and then it's just like that. And then there's another program people were asking me about, people coming in to work as because you talked about skilled things are there. So I think it's about the healthcare system or something.
Yeah, there was a WhatsApp. There was a WhatsApp that was going around.
Yes, that was going around that that people are coming in through that.
Work permit if they are carers. So, because they are talking of like nurses, high skill, things like that, shortage people. But carers are classified as low skill. Guys, carers, they are classified as low skill. So they're not.
So, but nurses, doctors, you can apply through that.
Yeah, engineers.
And it's so fast. Engineers and all others like that.
But what they need to do is, if you're watching me and you're watching me from overseas and you want to come into the UK, the first thing you need to do, if you want to come as a nurse or as a doctor, you need to pass your exams to transfer your qualification, like lab, for medical doctors, for lawyers, for social, there are regulatory bodies that regulate all these professions. The Royal College of Engineering, Royal College of, so you have to go and look at what it takes for you to register.
What it requires.
For you to practice in the country. That is your first step, as a nurse or whatever.
Go on, sir. I just want to.
You have to pass those exams, pass your English test, right? Do all the adaptation and get your qualifications updated. So once you're updated, then you can start looking for a job. Then from there, you get a sponsor that will be able to sponsor you to come in. But if you don't get your registration as whatever profession you are that's regulating your profession, it's very hard for you to be able to get sponsorship. You need to try and get your registration.
Hi, ho. Yeah.
Okay, somebody is asking a question here. It's Gab.
Yeah.
You see, if someone is in the UK working over 10 years without no papers, what can they do? You've gone halfway. You need to spend 20 years without papers. 20 years.
Yes, sir.
20 years. You've done half. You're halfway. And the danger also is, if you get caught 7 years, it's finished. Not 20 years rule anymore. It's called the long stay route. It used to be 14 years without papers. They turned it to 20 years. So it's 20 years for that person that's, as you say, if someone in the UK working over 10 years without no papers, you have to work here for 20 years without being caught. Without being caught. 20 years. 20 years, yes, 20 years. Okay, somebody say yes, because I have an experienced white lawyer that charges per hour £270. Yes, lawyers charge based on their experience. You can, so lawyer can, because
it's funny, people are calling, I can't see the caller.
based on experience.
I can't see the caller. Can I have the phone and the on it, because I don't know. I can't see any caller calling in, and it's ringing. You know.
Okay.
So I'm discussing the phone.
Among says an interesting program. Thank you. I watched the first bit of it. You know, I put my comment that it was a bit traumatic, but
Yeah,
those stories were pathetic. You know, but
yeah.
it's life. That,
Especially for the small boy, you know, for the young boy
yeah.
that has to go through media
Yeah.
stuff.
I think there was one of the callers that was talking about interest in property. I think the man that called him, he was saying, no, it's like I touched a little bit about it. When you're having a property, you have to be very careful of interest in property.
Okay. Hello, Paula. Hello. Can you yeah, we can hear you, but reduce what you are using to listen to us.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes.
I'm the same caller that called regarding the property. I want to say, now further what I meant. You see, you are talking about in terms of a property that is jointly owned. They take into consideration the law, the interest of a resident in that property. In this case of the Damilare, for example, are you getting it?
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
Now, like, let me take a scenario of this Damilare. The lady is a girlfriend. Now, you were saying about something like, if you have lived there, you have in law, you have an interest, okay?
Yeah.
What kind of interest do you have if you are a side chick, in quote, as a popular word they use, I get to qualify for relationship. But the legal wife is still there. They are not divorced. That man has no legal relationship with his side chick. But the side chick has been living there, well, let's assume, hypothetically, for 2 years, okay?
Yes.
And now the real owner is aware somebody is an intruder.
Yes.
No,
it's not
I'll use the word in quotes, a trespass into our property. No. And the man came down and wanted the lady out. What right as the side chick has? Even if you are lived there as girlfriend with the husband.
Yes.
No right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Very good question. Very good question. And we don't want to encourage people to have side chicks and all those those
your religion.
No, they said you shouldn't bring in your religion. But men will have side chicks.
It's not about religion. It's about morals. You know, the law and morals. There's something we call in law. It's called jurisprudence. It's the system of law. Most laws are formed based on morals. Most are formed based on jurisprudence. It's called the science of law. How laws are being made. So, fair enough, morals doesn't come into court, but there's something you call like there's some level of moral in law. After all, if not, we don't say people cheat people and all that. Why is that woman feeling injustice? She's feeling, oh, it's my husband. You could see the pain. Forget about even the property. A woman phoned in and she was talking about, I've been married for 30 years. And if you like born for my husband, that's your problem. You won't inherit anything in this family. That is moral. But the law is different. If that boy or the girl or the boy that is born to your husband can create an estate for that boy, there's nothing you will do about it. But more, she's saying to you that I will never agree to it. And that's why you see a lot that when people want to bring either children they have outside, the wife at home, we say never. Why? Because they are protecting the interest of their children,
of their own children,
and the property, and the property. So if you are, I don't encourage people to have all these side chicks and all this. But if you're a man, you've gone out, you misbehave, you need to make provision for those people. If not, you get pain, even after death. Even after death, the evil you cause will begin to live after you. So that is why you must make provision for them. So let's forget that. They were talking about the moral part. Let's come back to his question. His question is, with that side chick has an interest. Everybody that lives in a property, like a squatter, that's why you can't just throw a tenant out. It's your house. But they say you can't send the tenant out. And you have to go through the legal process before you can reject the tenant. But the tenant didn't pay you rent, so you should be able to throw the tenant out. No, the law doesn't work that way. So that lady, I know it's Nigerian setting, and Nigerian places, you know, who has the highest bidder, who has the highest money, can even go and bring police and throw the lady out. That has an interest in that property because the lady has been paying electricity bill, water bill, or
hey, if you see the way she was even fighting, like people want to new, she was just like
so.
You want to say, "But you go away." You to you brought a man to his house. I can bring a guest here.
What interest does she has on the property? I can't really say because I don't know what level of contribution she's made
in that place.
But people have to be very careful when you put into your houses because automatically they can begin to have interest in your estate. If not, they won't ask you which adult lives in your house when you are buying house. You know what's everybody's interest. So your husband's side chick or whatever, living with you people, they have interest in they are living there. There's something that brought them.
Don't tell them because we were side chicking you. They will start packing the husband's houses in Lagos.
They're not intruders now. They're not intruders.
They are not intruders.
They're not.
They didn't side chicking.
They're not.
Don't go and live in our house.
Morally, and that's why I start from the moral law of jurisprudence. Morally, they are intruders. Legally,
they are not.
They are living there. They begin to have interest. It's like what I don't want to go into politics of Fulani and all these things. When you see a land and you occupy the land and you stay in the land for a certain time, you can have ownership to that land. And that's everybody's fighting for land. That's everybody's fighting.
That is it, because they've been there for years.
Yeah.
Some of them are saying they've been there for 15 years, and that's why they are not
living. If you look at
the south
of Nigeria or the Fulanis that came all the way from Sahara, they were winning wars, winning their houses, claiming lands, and they were coming like that from Sahara. So they got to our place. Our people fought the Benin Empire. They fought the land. I don't know whether you've read this. The of Vorawen and the Benin Empire. All this is all this fight of Fulani and Yoruba is about land. It has always been there. So the more you stay in a place, the more you have interest to that thing. The more you live in a place, the more you become the ballet, and you start fighting the indigens.
So, sir, please let's just deviate a little bit because you've talked about this now. So, do you think this thing that's going on, the Hausa Fulani thing that's going on, they are being chased away from that? It's not legal. It's not legal. Is that what you're saying?
In fact, this person is correct. This Omonike, it's called equitable interest. So these are things that you think those Fulani people think they are stupid. We always look at people that they are stupid. This squatter is not stupid. She's not stupid. If she has a good lawyer. Okay, I'll give you an example. You are from Lagos State, right?
Yeah.
Secondary houses in Nigeria and that were empty for a very long time. People packed into those empty properties and they claim ownership. And they, I don't know. Have you heard about that history before?
Of course, I did. I heard about it before.
Some people claim ownership to some of those empty
properties.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
Why? Because they say there was no window in the property. There was nothing there. There was no plaster.
And they
plastered it. They stayed it. They don't have the CFO. But they have equitable interest. They went to Alausa, and I don't know whether it's, I don't know who normally registered them in those houses then. They fought their case. They went to court. Some of them won the cases. The property were abandoned. They didn't finish some of them. And this guy is partying. And
so the Hausa Fulanis, yeah, that they have, some of them now have Serikis in Southeast.
Yes.
You know, they have Seriki like Oba.
Yes.
Or, like you said, they have Bali.
Yes.
So you think it is legal?
Absolutely. No, you see, I don't always like to talk about this
politics,
all this stuff, because they are political stuff. And
yeah, you are not.
I don't want to face
let's
professional stuff. There's a lot of politics going on that you are not being informed about. So you see things from the surface, you hear it on the media.
And we take it up like that.
And there are people behind the scene that are steering things up. That monies are exchanging hands, that doing yourself involved in.
Hello, reduce what you are using to listen to us.
Hello.
Hello, reduce what you are using to listen to us.
Yes. Can I contribute, please?
Yeah, go on.
I think I want to tell you the lawyer is right in this issue of if you occupy a land for some time. Okay. You become you have the right to claim ownership and become yours, because back home in Nigeria, a very close friend of my childhood friend, their pastor, they started a church, Pentecostal church, and they occupied the place of life, right?
The land.
They were there for a long time. Yes, the land. At the end of the day, they had to be compensated with another land, because the law was stated there that the fact that they had occupied the land was a virgin land, they occupied it and they stayed there for years. That they had the right to claim ownership. So the lawyer is right.
Okay, thank
you.
But
the owners of the land, because the first area is brought to Lekki, they have to appeal them and give them another land to compensate, because they had the right to remain but this one the first area, so now give them a place of lower class. You know, the church accepted it. But the law was that they had the right to claim ownership of the land you occupied. Even initially you were a squatter, but once you have stayed there for many years, it becomes your own. It's the law. So the lawyer is right. Now, back to the question I have for you on immigration, that's the final question I have for you. Regarding this issue, I'm aware if you are stayed for 20 years without papers in the UK, you can ask for residency. Now, my question is, if you don't have papers, by virtue of you working, you will be using what we call regularise to work, because you have no legal standing or status in the UK, so you cannot actually work legally. So, where I'm going with this, in a situation like that, how do you now prove? Because if I've been in the UK for 20 years now, working, meeting somebody Dago or Dago or whatever, now I now want to take advantage of that provision in the law to now ask for residency, okay? To regularize my stay. How do I prove to them I am the one?
Yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah.
You do get my question?
Yes.
Because
have it, yes.
I've been using somebody's place to work. So that